when I was in Phuket, I actually went to a cigar lounge. And back then, I didn't really smoke any cigars. I just remember walking in, just like the atmosphere, the people that were there. There was something that drew me, and it really stayed with me for a long, long time. The first step is always the most intimidating step to take, right? But once you like take that step, it's like a whole different world opens up, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, did I know that I would be writing articles for Humo Latino? No.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Down Podcast. In the studio today, we have someone, very special someone, flying all the way from Iowa. She is
the Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes, baby. She's a columnist for Humo Latino Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Not Humo.
Not Humo.
Humo Latino.
Humo Latino. I like the way that you said Latino.
Yeah. She's a bodybuilder in the bikini division. She's a part of a motorcycle group called the Litas.
The Litas.
And that's no other than our friend here, Blanca. What's up?
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here and share a little bit part of myself. So
I can't believe. So this is
I'm excited for you to be here.
First, by the way, this is the first guest to fly in.
Yeah.
Specifically for.
We should give awards out for. My father has an ugly sweater party every single year, and he gives awards out for the person who flew out the furthest from the party. So we should give out awards for the furthest people coming onto the podcast.
Because other people have flown in and had other things going on without them on the show. But I think you're the first to fly in specifically for the show.
And we feel special that you would want to take on that responsibility of flying all the way over here to be with us. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. So Blanca's here. We've been trying to get on for a while.
I know. I think I think that the first article that I wrote about you guys came out last year. So it's been a whole year.
It's digital copy.
It was actually last July because it was right before my daughter was born. Okay. That's why I remember it. So a year later, now you're here in person, which is probably pretty crazy.
Yeah. And I know we've been like talking about me coming out here. And I think we were talking about end of last year, and I was like, I just can't make it. And then I'm like, reached out to Eric. I'm like, hey, just shoot me some dates. And I don't know.
It worked out. It worked out.
Let me tell you this: she is a go-getter. She's very responsive. Because I said, here's some dates. Yeah. Not thinking she'd be like, all right, let me see what I can work with. The next day, I go on Instagram. She goes, I booked a flight July 9th. Hope you're ready to see. I'm like, whoa. I said, Justin, you ready?
Yeah. So what's funny is
that's how it happened.
Then when he sent me the thing, he's like, he goes, hey, I hope you're not doing anything July 9th because she booked it. She's coming. I was like, dude, you're so lucky. I fly out the next morning. He's like, no. Right. I said, I fly out the following 8 a.m. the next morning. I'm out. Wow. I was like, so if it was 1 day later.
Yeah.
Damn. So a year later after writing about, because you wrote about the blueprint.
Yep. Well, first I wrote about the
Burn Down Podcast,
right?
yes.
So I wrote about both of you, and then the second one was about the blueprint.
Wow.
Which we thank you very much. I feel like I'm honored to be in a magazine. Somebody wanted to write an article. Like, I'm just a guy who smokes cigars.
We just missed the cutoff for the physical copies. Because now Humo Latino they make physical copies.
Yeah,
of the
they
magazine.
do.
Wow.
I guess you're just gonna have to write another article about us. Put it in the next one.
We have to write an article about this
about
interaction.
the diligent.
Okay, guys, tell me when did you come out with the diligent? Is it
diligent? right after your article about us in the blueprint, you released the diligent last summer.
Okay.
So this it actually says it on the wrapper. So this one was it says established 2021, and that one will say established 2024.
Oh yeah, I see it.
So, and then the next one will come out whenever. Who knows? We have to start sampling. But yeah, so maybe the next article could be a follow-up of now you were on the show and you tried the Diligent because the Diligent wasn't out the last time. Yes. So it only makes sense you did one pre-show, then Blueprint, now post-show and Diligent.
I like that.
You know?
I like that too.
You know,
you gave me an idea. I'm always looking for topics.
That's I'm assuming as a writer, as a columnist, you're always looking for ideas and your next thing to write about, right?
And it's like I like to focus on one topic every year, right? So this year I featured people in Iowa that are involved in the cigar business, so I wrote 5 articles, and I'm taking some time off this summer because it's a lot of work. I don't think people realize how much time it takes, like, building a connection, building that network, and also get to know your audience, get to know who you're interviewing. Because for me, it's like building relationships. It's not just like, hey, I'm going to write an article about you and that's it, right? Yeah. I think that's how we build our relationship right here. And and we're doing the podcast right now, you know.
And a lot. It's funny you said it because we say it all the time about the show is people don't realize how much goes into making just one episode or posting this stuff. Like,
yes,
people don't realize that. Okay, after we record it, I'm editing the show, then I upload it, then Eric takes it, sends it to our editor. Our editor edits the video, sends it back. Eric takes it, puts it up online, and then posts the reels and collabs, and then we share, and then we'll post some stuff, and then I post some, like, I do all the bands, and I post and I share it to Eric, and all that stuff behind the scenes, but all they see is the 5-second clip, or they see the show.
That's not even including the first 5 years where we used to edit
everything ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only last year we just started picking up an editor to do the podcast edits because that consumed a lot of time.
It does.
So we did that. Everything that Justin just said on top of editing, like we would alternate every week. All right, you edit. All right, you edit.
And that was, we were at a time when we were adding a lot of graphics.
Okay.
Just because we thought like the more you added, the better it was, and then we turned out where now there's no graphics whatsoever, very minimal.
Joe Rogan approach, just straight video, no text, no movie clips,
nothing, straight up,
because that's how we like to do it in the beginning. But enough about us.
Yeah. So tell us about how did you get into writing? Like,
writing.
Were
how
you
I
always...
got into the cigar world and all that.
So
you know what? Let me start off telling you how I got into cigar world, because I think that's how this idea came about.
Let's
right?
hear it.
So,
by the way, I'm gonna, before you start this whole story, if we cut you off, okay, part of it is planned.
It is? Okay.
It's for you to take a second so that you can have a puff of the cigar. Okay. Because you being in the hot seat, you're going to be doing a lot of talking, and you'll find that you never smoked a cigar.
No, I'm trying to enjoy the cigar, and I'm trying to enjoy the bourbon.
Listen,
here,
Blanca, that's not the case here. Justin just likes to talk a lot, and that's his excuse for letting the guest...
For him to be able to say something.
Let's flip it around. If you'd like to take a break and smoke a cigar, I'll be more than happy to chime in.
I like how you did that. It's not how it is at all. We don't say, all right, Justin just likes to talk, so... That's his way of feeling better. But anyway.
Podcast. Come on. So tell us, how'd you get into cigars?
Yeah, so...
Hold on. Let me tell you a story really quick.
Justin.
That was good. I like that.
Can I talk now?
You may speak.
Yeah. You may speak. Okay. So it's my turn. Okay, so you know what? Back in 2004, I went to Thailand. I actually went there for a wedding. Actually, my friend... They actually live here in New York. He's a high school friend. He got married to a Thai lady. And he's like, hey, I'm getting married in Thailand. Do you want to come? And I'm like, hey, well, I love to travel. So I'm like, anytime I can travel, I'm like, sign me up. So I went there in 2004. And I was in Phuket I went there for 2 weeks. So the first week I went to Phuket, and it was actually right before the tsunami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you were
when was this?
2004. So that was like 21 years ago, right?
21.
Yeah,
2004 was 21 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Oh, good God.
Yeah,
I know.
Up. We're getting old.
Fucked up.
Don't tell me about it. But when I was in Phuket, I actually went to a cigar lounge. And back then, I didn't really smoke any cigars. And the person I was with back then, he did smoke cigars. And I just remember walking in, just like the atmosphere, the people that were there was something that drew me into it. And it really stayed with me for a long, long time. And then, life happens. So I put that, because I feel like cigar is something that you have to make time for it.
Sure.
It's not like something that you just, like if I go to a cigar lounge, I'm not going to go in and out. I spend time there, like talk to people, get to know people. I mean, I've met...
It's an event.
It is an event.
At least an hour of your time.
And it's not an in and out thing. So I fast forward 2019, I got reintroduced to cigars.
So you went this 15-year gap without...
Yes. But
were you around cigars?
I was always around cigars, but and that's sort of a theme for me in my life. Like the first time I ever rode a motorcycle, I was 17, and then I waited for a really long time before I even got my own motorcycle. So it's like I have moments in my life where I'm like, I love that. Someday it's gonna happen, right? The same thing happened with bodybuilding. Like when I always wanted to get into bodybuilding, but I didn't know where or when to start, right? I was always like,
just pick up a weight and starting.
But you know what? Back to, I mean, I literally was watching YouTube videos to teach myself how to
Were you watching the
lift weights.
Arnold's pumping iron video?
I can't even remember what I was watching, but
my
like
God.
I couldn't even I didn't even know what to do with weights. But so I'm kind of jumping from one topic to another. But so 2019, I got reintroduced into cigars, and that's where I like really took time to learn about cigars, how to smoke cigars, how to cut it, because for me it's an art, right? And it's like when someone cuts a cigar, there's a story behind that.
What is? Didn't Jay London say that it's consumable art?
Yes.
Oh.
It's from J. London Cigars.
Yeah,
John.
I think. Oh, I
He
love
said it's
that.
consumable art.
You know what? I love that.
Yes.
I'm gonna remember that
And it's
very
because
true.
I honestly like. I feel like it's an art.
every time that we send
It's-
cigars, like whenever you fill out if we send cigars overseas or
Internationally.
international,
Yeah.
you have to fill out the customs form and it asks what's in the thing.
Yeah.
So I always say it's a gift, and then they say, well, what gift is it? And I say it's handmade art.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I go, I'm not lying.
USPS, don't
It's
listen to this.
handmade
Yeah,
and
no.
it's art.
Now it's out there.
You know,
Watch out.
loophole. I'm not lying.
No. But it's true, though.
It's true.
It is consumable art, and it is also a handmade product.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I love that. But so, 2019. That's when I started with obviously the sweet ones. Sweet Jane was one of my first cigars
Yeah,
that I
everybody
started
kind of-
smoking.
Yeah.
And actually, that was one of my first articles that I wrote for Humo Latino. Like, I almost wrote it as a love story.
Okay. I
Yeah,
guess that's
yeah.
interesting.
The first time I ever met Sweet Jane and like the taste, sweet, it's
Not Mary Jane.
I was just going to say, not Mary Jane, Sweet
No.
Jane.
Sweet Jane, which is from Tourist States. So let's
Not Mary Jane.
let's keep that straight. and again, it's like I'm still learning. It's something that I enjoy and something that I've just built a network around it. And also, as a woman, I think that there's a lot of women that are passionate about cigars, but
much more now than in 2004 when you were in Thailand.
Oh, it was
I'm sure you're
like
the only woman in there.
Did you smoke in 2004?
I did not, but I went to the lounge and I was like, there was something about that moment that like just stayed with me.
Now, over in Asia, I noticed that there's a lot, like there's cigar lounges, but more people smoke cigarettes than they do cigars. But I don't know if they're the same cigarettes like they are here.
I was just going to say that because I thought I read something where people in other countries, Europe, Asia, a lot of people smoke cigarettes,
Correct.
But they're like hand rolled.
but it's just straight tobacco cigarettes.
It's a different kind of
It's
cigarette.
not a filtered machine made. It's like they roll their own cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like if it's just tobacco and there's no
Now, is it like
carcinogens.
premium tobacco? I don't know. Probably not.
I don't know. Yeah.
But the reason I ask is because in other parts of the world there are cigar lounges, but I don't know if they're the same type of lounge as you would see here, where everybody's going. Is it more just like a tobacco shop where they have like cigarettes and stuff, or do they have Cuban cigars and all sorts of?
So that's what I was going to tell you. Like if you, I do remember them having Cuban cigars.
I feel like if you're in America, it's all non-Cuban cigars,
Yes.
and everywhere else in the world, it's Cuban cigars, and you don't get anything else.
Yeah.
And it's true, but now it's like there's more variety available out there. And I know in Bolivia too, they had Cuban cigars, and back then when Cuban cigars were banned to be brought to the US, I used to bring some for
Yeah.
my
Oh, yeah.
friends.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what you did is you took off the
Take-
band.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, the
and that's how you-
loophole. They get the
that's
Cuban-
another loophole.
They get the
Mhm.
Cubans
But
in there.
obviously now, I think
Now you
they're
can
more
get-
they're more common.
now
But
you
back
can get
then,
them
like
now.
15 years ago, like if you got a Cuban, they're like, "Where did you get it from?"
I know.
You
First
know?
thing was it's probably fake,
Yeah.
and the second one is if it's not fake, where'd you get it from?
and I was like, "Oh, the ones that I brought were real."
Because that's
Damn.
funny. Because now everybody, whenever people find out that you're a cigar guy, they always ask like, "Oh, you got Cubans?
Yeah,
you
I
smoke
know.
Cubans?"
Yeah,
and I
it's
go,
always
And I
like,
don't-
"Let me tell you
Yeah,
something about
yeah.
Cubans." I said, "They're not like all they're cracked up. They said, are Cubans really that good?" I said, "No. I said, Cubans are just like any other country that makes cigars.
Yeah.
Cuba just has a tobacco that It has a very unique flavor, just like Nicaragua or Dominican Republic or Honduras or Mexico. They all just make their own tobacco that have different flavors. And what made Cuba so good was that people wanted what they couldn't get.
Yes.
People want what they can't have. That's what made it so popular. Now, you can get Cubans anywhere. Yeah. I can go online now, order them. They'll be at my door tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. But
and if you don't like Cuban flavor, if you don't like Cuban seed, you're not going to like Cuban tobacco. They kind of taste dirty. But if you're not into that real earthy,
and
dirty,
I noticed a lot of Cuban, I wouldn't say a lot, but more times than none when I have a Cuban cigar, the draw is always very tight.
Tight.
I always have a tight draw on this.
Or it's either hit or miss. I never get one that's like in the middle. I either get a really, really good one, or it's like sucking a watermelon through a garden hose.
I agree. It's like
well,
black
honestly,
and white.
it's been a while since I've had a Cuban cigar, so I can't really remember it. But
these are actually modeled after a Cuban cigar.
It is
the size.
Yeah.
So the size is modeled after the Romeo and Juliet, or if you want me to say, the Romeo y Julieta.
Yeah. Julieta.
Romeo y Julieta.
The Romeo y Julieta. Wide Churchill is a 5x54, and that's where we came up with the size for this because Eric and I were like, I just like the way that feels.
I like the way it feels in your hand. This size.
This one,
yeah. It's just I don't know, like in between the fingers.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, the blueprint is thinner, right?
No, it's
same size.
Is the same size?
It looks like it because of the different shades.
It looks thinner because of the darker shade.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's not.
That's why people wear black.
there are some like plus or minus. Like you might get a 5x53 or a 5x55 because it's not quite perfect every single. They are hand rolled, so I've had some that come out. I'm like, wow, that kind of looks a little thin. It's just the luck of the draw, but they're 5x54 98% of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, the darker one looks a little. But anyway, so now you fast for 15, and now you're starting to get into how you're getting into the cutting, the lighting, how to smoke it properly. What were some of the first cigars after the Sweet Janes? Because the sweets, we talk about how the sweets are good because they can kind of get people into the industry.
And you know what? Some of the people in the cigar world are like, ooh, when you tell them, hey, I used to smoke like sweet cigars.
I used to smoke backwoods and Swisher Sweets. Okay,
everyone starts somewhere.
That's not a real cigar, but you know what? You have to start somewhere, right?
Exactly.
And for me, it was like learning the process, learning what my taste is. And I'm not married to a certain brand. I'm still like.
We are.
Yeah.
No prenup.
That I can understand. And I'm still like learning about different cigars and.
Do you remember what the first one after like the Sweet Jane? Like after you said, okay, now instead of doing sweet tips or flavor, I'm gonna go to something else.
I've tried Liga 9.
That was the first one after, or no?
That's a full body.
Yeah, that's a great.
That's a
great cigar.
Full body.
Really strong cigar.
What size did you get?
Well, I didn't get the biggest one. No, yeah,
like
the Toro. Yeah.
Did you ever have the Flying Pig?
No.
Oh man.
I've heard of those. I've seen those too.
It's like 2 hours.
Those are good sticks.
It's like a long
Those
ass.
are good sticks. But I heard that they kind of changed the blend a little bit.
They did?
I don't know. That's just like a rumor I heard through the grapevine that they kind of changed a little bit, and the flavor kind of went down a little bit. I haven't had it since then because we've got our own cigars.
Yeah,
now, so.
I'll tell you a great story about a Liga Privada number 9. My 27th birthday. Justin was there. For the birthday part, yes, not the aftermath. But for my 27th birthday, which is this Sunday, actually.
I was going to say, it's in my calendar birthday. I was like, it's got to be Eric's.
It doesn't say Eric's birthday. It just says birthday.
It just says birthday.
You should.
Come on.
He's your best friend. You should know by now when his birthday is.
Thanks, Blanca.
Well,
thank you. Just birthday.
No, it says July.
Justin.
Well, it says July 11th. Happy birthday.
So the funny thing is
that's not you.
No, it's not me.
I know.
I'm July 13th.
Yeah.
I know, but on July 13th it doesn't say anything.
Oh.
So he just exposed himself. He doesn't even have my birthday in his calendar. Damn. Well, anyway.
When's my birthday?
You're in April.
April what?
18th.
Nope. See, you don't even got it.
You guys are on the same level.
It's all right. I don't even know my parents' birthday, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
That's all good.
I know my daughter's and my wife's. That's it.
It's hard to keep track of all the birthdays.
No, but you know how you
if
find
I don't
out
have it in my calendar, forget about it.
No, I know his is July. And he knows mine's April.
But let's see if it's in my calendar, though, right?
That's what I was saying is because usually the reason why I brought that up is because we share a calendar. Like he has his personal, I have my personal.
Yeah.
But then we have the burn down calendar, which is synced to both phones.
Yeah.
So if he puts something in the calendar, like it pops up on my phone sometimes, it's like Johnny's birthday. And I'm like, well, I didn't put that in. I know it was him, and he put it in the burn down one.
You're like, who's Johnny?
So sometimes I'm like, who's it's just like, happy birthday, whatever, going to mom's house. I'm like, well, no, I'm not going to mom's house. But he put it in the wrong calendar.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like,
going to mom's house,
yeah, I've gotten that before. I was like, when did I put this in?
Well, Blanca, what does that say?
What is that?
What does that say?
Hold on. Justin's birthday.
April 22nd?
April 22nd. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
You need to be on top of that.
Tisk.
Okay, ready?
So why I tell the story, you can put my birthday after 10 years of friendship in your phone.
What does that say?
Yeah, now do reoccurring every year.
He just typed it in.
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh, maybe that was the problem. How do you do that?
You gotta do reoccurring every year.
Repeat every
year.
Oh, now. Okay.
Yeah, now he doesn't know.
Now you're going to know.
Yeah. That's the reason. I only did it for the first time.
Every year.
Damn. Well, anyway, Blanca.
Okay.
My 27th birthday.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Went out with a bunch of friends. We drank a lot. Came back home. Got a little sick. I upchucked. But I felt great after, right? So I was like, you know what? It's 1 o'clock. I just basically threw up everything that I just had. I feel great. So I thought, let's go in the hot tub and have a cigar. What cigar? What cigar should I get?
Okay, what did you get?
I said, I love the Liga Privada number 9.
No, not a good idea.
What happened after I had that Liga? After about 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Nah.
He smoked a Liga number 9 on an empty stomach after a night of drinking.
No, you can't.
Bad
You
news
can't
bears.
do that.
That was the worst. One of the worst.
A full body cigar, you have to have a good meal before.
A full body on an empty body.
Oh, that's...
You see that?
Yeah,
See what I did there?
that doesn't jive. Yeah,
No, it
doesn't work.
Well, it's a good steak. Tell about the story with the... So there's the flying pig, but then there's also the feral pig.
So I've heard of that one too, but I have not tried it.
So Eric, tell us a story about
another great one.
When you were in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
So if you don't know, Pennsylvania, there's a 0% cigar tax. So,
I did not know that.
Yeah. So in Pennsylvania, if you order from like Cigar International, that's why there's great prices because they're based in PA and there's no cigar tax, no tobacco tax.
Good to know. So if you order online through them, there's zero.
Also, like we sell our cigar. Actually, I can't probably say on YouTube, but we sell these consumable art pieces on Flying Cigars.
We sell these things,
and they're out of Arizona, and Arizona is a very small tobacco percentage, so you don't pay much in Arizona either. There's a few other states like Florida, 0% cigar tax, a few other states. But anyway. I was in Pennsylvania, and if you're in New York, it's 75% tax. So
what?
It's 75% on the wholesale price.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's not even the highest.
So like for
where's the highest?
So for instance, like a lounge would buy a box of blueprints.
Yeah, I thought New York was the highest.
No, we're like third or fourth. So for instance, like if a lounge buys a box of blueprints, wholesale price is like $96 or $98, so it's $100.
Yeah.
They will sell it. They'll mark it up 100%. So they already have to start at $200 to sell it, but then they have to add a 75% tax on the $100 they spent. So now it's a $275 box.
Oh my goodness.
So $100 goes to $275. But if you buy it in one of the states, like we have a partner in Arizona that has no tax, so it's $200. There's no tobacco tax.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you get a cigar that should be a $10 stick now becomes, $15-$16 because of this tax.
Yeah.
So my question is, how does Davidoff, because that's an expensive cigar as it is. How do they make money with all these?
It's the name, it's branding.
It's the name, yeah.
It's the name.
Must be.
Now, granted, Davidoff has great sticks, right?
Yeah, they do.
The Winston Churchill is a great cigar. I've had the Royal Release. I think it's a great cigar. I think it's overpriced. The Royal Release is like $170 per cigar.
Per cigar?
In New York, yeah. It's a very expensive stick. Great stick.
Yeah.
Long stick. Smokes a long time. Very flavorful. Good stick. Not worth it. I can buy so many more sticks for $170. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put our blueprint against that any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the Winston Churchill. I've had the Late Hour. I've had the Millennium. I had a lot of them.
Yeah.
Their Chef's Edition, 2015 Chef's Edition was a phenomenal stick, but it's the name.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely the name.
They built up a brand.
And you know what? I do know people that will only smoke that type of cigar.
It's just like Fuente and the Opus X or
Padron.
Padron.
Opus X, I like that one.
It's a great stick.
But that's a great cigar.
Now, granted, they are good sticks, but they also built up a name.
Yes.
Right? Like
So
Padron.
for the premium.
I would put up the blueprint against the Padron, and the Padron is 3 times the price. Yeah. But I think the blueprint blows it out the water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, they're different flavors. Ours is a blend. That's a Nicaraguan puro, if you want to say. Puro, if you want to be a Nicaraguan puro.
Yeah.
But I would say that you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get a good stick.
True.
But on the flip side is you can spend money and get a good stick.
The highest tobacco tax rate by wholesale prices. Minnesota with 95%.
Really?
So 95.
Minnesota?
So listen to this. So think about this. 95%.
100%. That's 100%.
So you get a box of diligence. You sell it to Minnesota. You sell it for $100 wholesale. The tax brings it to $200, and then they add another $150 on top of that probably. So it's a $350 box.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That's crazy.
Stupid.
Minnesota sucks.
Minnesota. You might as well be Canada.
What is Iowa probably has a low tobacco tax.
I don't think
believe.
theirs is high. I don't even know what it is. Do you
Let's
want to
say-
look it
yeah,
up?
let's say-
Maybe I should have known
Let's
that,
say,
but
what is the Iowa
See, here's a good time to get some puffs on your cigar, right?
tobacco?
And-
See, who's interrupting here? Right?
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
Okay,
Hey. You forgot my birthday, okay? Listen.
Let's not have to go
Don't-
through the catalog episodes
not-
to
do,
see.
do I have to
Listen,
break you
hold on,
guys
hold on.
up?
It's like
You know what's funny? But see, you know what's funny too is it's like
Iowa
there
is
will never even
50%.
like okay, so
Iowa is 50%.
Here's like the
50%.
greatest thing about Eric and I's friendship too is like it could be like come his birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not on my phone, whatever. I'll find out his birthday. I'll call him up or send him a text like, "Hey, what's going on? Happy birthday! Want to wish you happy birthday, man? No problem." It could be a week later. Let's say I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Totally forgot, and I call him like, "Yo, listen, my bad. I honestly totally forgot it was your birthday. I'm so sorry. I just want to wish you a happy belated birthday. Hope you had a good one, man. Next time, like, I want to take it. Let's get a drink." He'd be like, "Cool, no problem." And
Oh.
vice versa.
Yeah.
It could be a month. He could wish me happy birthday on May something and be like, "Yo,
I love that.
things got
That's
out of
true
hand.
friendship,
I
man.
totally
That's
forgot that
true
it was your
friendship.
birthday." I'd be like,
But now if it's girls, it's way different.
"It's all good, man."
I think girls would be way
Maybe,
different.
maybe.
Be like,
I don't
that
know, I don't
bitch
know."
didn't remember my birthday.
No.
You know what I would say? You know what I would say? Honestly, if he called me up and he was just like, "Yo," like a month later, "Yo, dude, I totally lapsed, man. I don't know what happened. I forgot. I wanted to happy birthday, man. But I know it's a month later. Like, dude, honestly, I forgot it was my birthday. Like, I could have sworn you wished me happy birthday. You didn't even have to call me, and I would have just assumed that you did. Like,
I just called the cops myself.
like, I have no idea. I forgot it was my birthday.
So-
that's funny.
So you picked up your cigar passion back in 2019, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
now you're-
let's
Yeah.
bring this
now,
back.
now you're trying all different cigars.
And I'm like visiting different cigar lounges.
Now are you
like,
traveling at all? Trying different lounges?
I travel for work, so every time I go to a different state, I try to visit at least one. And honestly, I travel quite a bit to Chicago, right? So I don't know if you've heard of Chi-Town.
Yeah.
I love that town. I love it.
You
I
like
don't-
Chicago?
I love Chicago, but I don't think I could live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Windy City?
Windy
Yeah.
City, yeah.
Yeah.
So they have the oldest tobacco shop in Chicago. I wrote an article about them, Ivan and Reese.
We we sent samples there.
You
Did
did?
we?
Yeah, we
Did
did.
we?
Yeah,
When?
yeah. It's even REIS, right? Even Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sent
Ivan,
it
Ivan and Reese.
week and a half ago.
You did?
Yeah, sent them samples.
And did
Haven't
you?
heard. I have to follow up.
We gotta follow
Yeah.
up.
Who did you send it to? Because I wrote.
Just the lounge. Just sent it to the lounge itself.
Yeah, so we don't
Yeah.
tell. We just send samples to the lounge, and then we follow up and say, "Hey, we sent you some of our sample of cigars. Want to know if you tried it?"
Yeah.
so I know the owner.
Okay, tell them.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go. Tell them we got him a surprise.
I wrote an article about them.
Yeah, tell me like, hey, I was just on a show and they told me that they sent cigars to you. Did you ever get them? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because I remember because what we came up with this real short thing is we with the podcast we looked at all of the top regions that we have listeners.
Yeah.
And Chicago was obviously big city.
It's a big city, yeah.
We have a bunch of listeners there, so I went in and was like, hey, what are the top 5 lounges in that area? Let's send them some samples and be like, hey, we got listeners. They probably know about us. Try these cigars. If you like them, put them in your shop.
Yeah.
So that came up, and I was like, is this a guy? Ivan Reyes. Who the heck is this? Yvonne Reese is
Ivan
called?
Reese.
That's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Because I remember the name because I'm like, it wasn't like Even Reese Cigar Lounge or like the Humidor or the Smoke.
Yeah.
It's just Even Reese.
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
that's
I'm
what
like,
it is.
The
But
hell is this?
I mean, they've been around for 8. I don't even want to say the year because
1800.
looks like it looks like a classy spot.
Oh, it is.
It looked like a
I love
classy
it.
spot, which
Actually,
is why I sent it there too. I like it.
so I hosted a cigar event over there end of March with a couple of my friends, and
Oh wow.
one of my friends
And
he's
you
a,
didn't have blueprints of diligence.
well,
Right.
maybe next time,
Unbelievable.
guys.
You come to New York, you get your chops busted.
Okay.
just a fair warning. Enter here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We
I was
should
there
have a sign on the
for
door.
so I was there for a cigar event, but it's such a classy lounge. I mean, it's they got the leather seat, the high ceilings, and
Nice.
They've been around for a very long time, so
That's like that kind of remind me of like the Carnegie Club here in New York.
Yeah.
See, I want to go there.
Oh,
See now you're
gotta
you're
but
in
you
the
have
island.
to you have to be a member. Do you
No,
have to be a
no,
member?
no. You can walk in. You can walk.
You can walk in.
Yes.
When's your flight tomorrow?
Well, it's 5:30.
At
AM.
night or AM?
Yeah, no, PM.
Oh.
PM.
Oh.
So
I
if
should
you-
go.
I don't know when they open, but you could.
I should look it up. Actually,
Well,
I follow them on.
You could go
on
tonight
Instagram.
after the pod if you were feeling adventurous.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know if I want to drive in
Well,
traffic.
here's the
guys.
thing. You don't want to. I mean, because you'd have to.
You probably want to spend a good amount of
Well,
time once you get there, right?
So here's the thing. In Manhattan, you don't really want to drive. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's difficult to find parking.
Yeah.
You have to you park in a garage, and then you have to walk a bunch of
No.
blocks. So I
I
would
won't
say
do
I would
that.
recommend you just take the train, and it drops you. You take the train, then you take the subway. But then again, you don't want to take the subway at night.
No,
Just take an
yeah.
Uber. Take an Uber.
Uber.
Especially a single
yeah.
woman. What I would do is I
It's
would
not
just take an
far.
Uber, and it drops you off right at the front of the building. It costs you like $100. Drops you off right at the building, and then when you're done, you just pop back in. But I don't know if they're open. I can find out if they're open.
Carnegie Lounge is
'Cause-
an awesome place, and especially today's what?
Today's Wednesday, yeah.
Because every Saturday they do Sinatra Saturday,
Oh, I would love that.
and the guy who sings,
He
in
sounds
his
like
band,
Sinatra.
You close
Okay,
his eyes, you
so
think it's him. It's ridiculous.
It opens
Oh,
tomorrow at 2 p.m.,
2 p.m.
which is difficult
Oh,
because
but-
yours at 5:30.
yeah.
That's tough
I
one.
don't think I will
That's a-
have
that's
time
a-
to do.
You gotta make
to
make
stop
another
on.
trip out here.
Yeah.
What's
maybe,
another? What's another
probably.
one that? Oh,
Well,
you know where you? Oh,
You
know
gave me a
shit.
name. I want to go. That's
Ma-
probably
well here
doable.
you can go Matador. Matador
Yeah.
is about 20 minutes from here.
From here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's open from what
That's
time?
Like 11
That's
o'clock.
yeah. You can go
Yeah.
tomorrow morning. You can just go over there. Yeah.
Or even
Yeah.
tonight. You can go there. You can go straight from here.
I
you can go.
definitely
You
wa-
can go to dinner and then go right. Take an Uber over there or drive over there and have a cigar and then come back.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving here unless I go to lounge.
Yeah.
That's like my
so
goal.
so after here, you want to grab dinner.
Yeah.
Then you go over to Matador. It's about 20 minutes, or you go to Matador, and there's a bunch of spots right over there where you can get food if you don't want to do a sit down.
Is there a parking space like?
Oh, yeah.
It's in a.
Ma-
It's
yeah.
in a. It's like in an.
It's in a shopping.
It's like a not an industrial
strip mall?
Yeah,
It's a
strip
strip
mall.
mall,
Thank
yeah.
you,
Okay.
So that's
there's
fine. You can go
definitely
there.
plenty of parking.
Okay.
They got Duck Donuts next door. They got.
And they know us there
they
too.
got
You can be like,
pizza.
"Hey,
Yeah.
the Burn Down Boys sent me over here." Yeah, they'll.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good spot.
Okay.
And so what I wanted to ask
Or
was,
if you wanted to go, if you're really feeling adventurous, right now.
Where?
Don't ask me how I know
Oh,
Okay.
here we, I already know what you're gonna
Whoa,
say.
whoa,
I
whoa.
already
Okay.
know what
this.
you're
Don't
gonna
ask me
say.
how I know this. Okay.
What?
Right next to your hotel
Yeah.
is a strip club called Gossip, and the basement of the strip club you can smoke cigars in there.
It's like a speakeasy down there.
It is?
Yeah.
So if you're really
So-
feeling adventurous, you know.
if you're feeling
My
So
wife-
you,
my
so
wife
you guys
and I-
have been there.
My wife and I got dragged there once.
Dragged there once.
dragged,
The story
Dragged,
goes.
yeah.
dragged.
Quote.
So the story goes,
Drag.
my wife used to work at a steakhouse. She used to be a server at a steakhouse before we got married. And I would go there to just like hang out at the bar and wait until she got out because I'm not doing anything else. I'm gonna go see my wife
Yeah.
at the bar. So I would go there, and there was a couple that was nice couple, and he was sitting there with his wife, and we were shooting the shit. And I'd seen them a couple times. I found that he was smoking cigars, and I would like talk. This is before we had the cigars and everything. We were talking cigars. And he's like, hey, you can actually. And I told him, I was like, I wish there was a cigar place like close. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's nothing on 110. This is such a spot that you need a cigar lounge. He goes, actually, you can go to Gossip. I'm like, that's a strip club. He goes, in the basement there's a smoking lounge, and you can go down there and smoke, and like they don't bother you. There's no they don't come over and.
Do they sell cigars, or do you
No,
have to
you
bring
can
your
you
own?
bring your own, but you
Oh,
can
okay.
you can smoke. And I'm like, get the fuck out. He goes, actually, I'm going over there right now. Do you and Kelly want to go? I was like, I had to tell him like, okay.
like-
So he went there, and I was like, this is kind of awkward. And you go right into the basement, and it was like we were sitting there, and I'm smoking a cigar,
Yeah.
and like there's nobody bothering
Nobody?
me.
Okay.
Except right before we were about to leave, this
Yeah.
one stripper that looked like she was, gone 3 ways in Sunday, like fucking. And she came up to me and was like, "Oh, okay, I don't know what the hell she was saying." I was like, "No, leave me alone."
You want to dance? You want to
Goes
dance?
my wife, and we're like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here." But you can smoke cigars in there. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just saying.
Go
It's
to Matt-
Probably not a place that I want
I'm
to go
just
to.
saying it's close.
No,
okay?
go to
I
Matador.
appreciate you giving me options.
Just saying it's close.
Go to Matador.
Go to Matador.
Yeah,
that'll
I
that'll-
do wanna go
That'll
there.
be a good spot
Yeah.
for you.
If
'Cause
you
that's
wanted to
where-
get a cigar and a dance,
So that's where you guys started, right?
Matador.
Yeah.
Matador?
Yeah, Matador's
Okay.
is there's actually there's Matador's in Hauppauge, which is 20 minutes east of here. You can go 20 minutes south, which is the Massapequa version one that is just straight down. So it's 20 minutes in either direction. You can go.
Okay.
I was gonna say for her to go to the General Club, but you need to be a member there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a really nice spot. Yeah, you gotta be a member there.
Oh.
Now I could probably get you in if our friends are working, but I would say just go to Matador.
I'll go to Matador.
Just go to Matador.
Yeah.
Take,
Yeah.
take the safe
I-
route. Matador, they got a great selection. They have a nice sized lounge. Great people there. That's where it all started for us.
That's all where it started. Yeah.
So now, where did it all start for you with Humo
So-
Latino Magazine?
Humo Latino. Okay, so
Well, actually, let me take a step back. Where did your passion for writing come?
Yeah, let's start
So,
there because I
okay.
want to know because we obviously the writing and then you got into cigars and kind of morphed the two together. But I
Yeah.
want to know, how did you get into writing? Like, let's start there.
Yeah. So, and I'll take it back a couple notches. So back in like during COVID, I have a friend who's a photographer, and he shot pictures of me and my best friend, some cigar pictures, and I posted it on social media. And those pictures like went off like unexpectedly. I didn't.
That was
have,
kind of expectedly. I mean,
I didn't expect anything to happen.
female smoking cigars.
Yeah, anytime we have a female with cigars, it always.
I don't know how I blew up.
Just,
Baby.
can you clean off her?
Oh,
her
jeez,
ashes?
what happened there?
There's like, okay, that's okay. So,
What happened there? We got a little ash.
there we go. So I
Just
have,
blow it off. A little dust.
yeah, that's okay. So he took some pictures of me and my best friend, and those pictures like took off, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start posting on my IG just cigar pictures, of me smoking cigars. And this lady from Miami, she used to be the editor for Women's Social Circle. I think that's the name of the magazine. It's no longer in existence, right? She reached out to me through IG. She's like, hey, I would love for you to write an article about how you start smoking cigars, and would love to include you in the magazine. I was like, hell yeah. I'm like,
Did you have any writing experience prior to this?
no. But
No.
I've, as a kid, my mom would tell me that I do remember I used to write poems and all that. It's not something that's like really foreign to me. It's,
Well, now with ChatGPT, you can just be like, hey, try to write me
Yeah.
an article. About
yeah. So I was like, so I wrote an article about how I started to smoke cigars, and the lady she reached out to me and said, and I submitted the pictures that my friend took. And so this lady, she reaches back to me and says, hey, love your article. We're going to publish it, and your picture is going to be on the cover of the magazine. And I was like, what?
Nice.
Yeah.
You get paid for this?
No, I did it all on my own time. But you know what? I like it.
I'd be like, first one's free. Next one.
The next one.
Yeah, pay for this shit.
And I was like, and so I was on the cover of the magazine, and my article got published. And so that gave me like an idea. I was like, you know what? I know how to write, and I love smoking cigars. And I always, like, ever since I was little, I always wanted to be in fields where there were mostly men. I'm like, if we need a representation of women, I want to be in the table, right? So I'm like, cigars is like a good venue for me. And
Yeah, it's
and
like
so-
80% guys.
Yeah.
Probably even more.
But you know,
now,
now,
maybe back then it was probably like 99%.
But now, like, there's a lot of women that are really passionate, that know
Yeah.
so much about this
Yeah,
art.
we've talked about it. There's a
You
lot
know?
of them that come out. Yeah.
And okay, so kind of sidetracking. That's how I found you guys, because I think I saw a post on the Bird Down podcast on IG about women and smoking cigars, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna follow these guys.
Ah.
That's how I start
Yeah.
following you guys.
Social media's working.
No, seriously.
No, we did. We did a whole
A whole
episode
arc, yeah.
last year
And that
about
was-
women and cigars. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was I can't remember. I followed you guys for a
we
while.
can find that.
It was a while ago, and
No.
I don't think it was last year. I think it was probably 2 years. I don't know, because I was following you guys for a while.
No, I
And I was like-
yeah, keep going. Sorry.
And it's like I connect with people's energy, and I'm like, I like these guys, I like their energy, but I was like, I want to see what else they're about, right?
Yeah.
So I kept following you guys, and then I reached out on the Burnout
Yeah.
podcast IG and said, hey, would love to write an article about you guys, and that's how we made the connection. But yes, I was following you guys for a while, and the reason why was because you made a post about women and cigars, and that's where you got my attention. And so then
that clip did pretty well. I know it got over. I remember getting over like 10, 15,000 views on that one.
Yeah,
clip.
I was trying to.
Pretty sure it was last summer.
No, I do think it was like before.
We'll find out.
Because I remember, unless it's a different one you're talking about, because I remember our editor put it together. And I was like, oh, this one came out sick. Like he put all the graphics, all the women in it.
Because you have done a couple since
Oh,
then.
this one we love seeing women enjoy cigars.
Which one? No.
That was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, that was like yeah.
This was like a while ago.
I think this was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Honestly, and that's how you caught my attention. And then, I got connected.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
I hope you find it because.
No, keep talking. I'll find. I'm gonna listen and I'll find it.
Okay. And then so, Humo Latino shows up on my IG feed. I it's like the algorithm like shows you people that probably like, and I was like, oh. Okay, this is a new magazine, and I reached out to them. I'm like, hey, I'll write you an article. Let me know what you think, and maybe we can collaborate in the future. Submitted my first article, and the first article that I wrote was about my friend Sin and her husband Josh. They own Dissident Cigars. Dissidents
Not
Cigars.
familiar with that.
No.
They actually live in Nicaragua right now, and she is
part
owner.
Is she the girl with the long dreads, tattoos everywhere? Okay, yeah. Justin, you know who she is. Yes.
Sin, yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I that was my first article that was published.
Was it this one?
Yes. What year was that?
I think it was last year. This is last year.
Seriously?
That's Nick's.
What year?
This is last summer or last April.
So
maybe?
May 19, 2024.
Yeah, last spring.
May 19, 2024.
Last
so
May.
I think that's when I like
it must have clicked.
saw it, and I was like, I'm gonna reach out to these guys.
Because we've had a bunch of, and every woman that we have on here, we talk about that we like seeing, because cigars are not meant just for men.
And
it's not a one side. Cigars are meant for everybody.
I'll tell you right now.
Exactly.
I'll tell you right now. Our very first guest was a woman.
Yeah,
Leo from Nova Cigars.
Yes.
She was our very first guest. Yeah.
Okay.
We love,
and
that's the thing is that it's
that's awesome.
like our motto is bringing people together one cigar at a time, and it's not bringing men together one cigar. It's bringing people, all people from all different walks of life, man, woman. It doesn't matter. The cigars are meant for everybody. It's a luxury that everybody can enjoy.
I agree.
And early on, 20, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, it was all men. It's like a male-dominated, women never smoked cigars. It was like taboo. But now you start seeing women, and I think that we had mentioned it too. I remember this. With social media, so back 50 years ago, men smoked cigars. Men were in the lounges. Men were smoking cigars. Mm-hmm. If a woman wanted to smoke a cigar, she might be a little bit timid, like taken aback by it, because I don't really want to do it because I'm not seeing everybody else. But now with social media, you can go on there and see other women enjoying cigars, so it doesn't feel as taboo to you. You're like, oh wait, she's enjoying a cigar. I can enjoy a cigar. You get to see more and more women enjoying the cigars, so it's a little bit more acceptable to you, right? A little bit more welcomed.
And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. There's been times where I've walked into cigar lounge. I was the only woman right there, the only woman.
So what?
But I was like,
boss ass bitch, right?
but you know what? It's and I kind of correlate that to when I start weightlifting, right? Because back then,
another male-dominated.
Like, I remember walking into the gym. I'm like, I don't even know how to lift weights. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And it's like just taking that first step in life. That's all you need to do. But sometimes there's so much fear and so much doubt into taking that first step. But once you do it, it's like a total different world opens up, right?
And you know what's another a similarity between the cigar world and the weightlifting world, the gym world, is. So in the cigar world, in both worlds, if you've never been into it, right? If you've never done it and you want to get into it, it's a little intimidating. You're like, I don't really know.
It is.
I don't really know what I'm doing. Yes. I'm not sure what I don't know anything about cigars. I don't know anything about lifting. But once you get in, you'll realize that the people in that industry are more than they want you
very
to
opening
ask,
and they're
right? The
welcoming.
cigar people, they want you, hey, ask me about my favorite cigar, or in the gym, ask me for a spot or how I should do it, right?
Yeah.
People that, like, the guy that is the serious gym goers, there's some guys in there that are going to give you some bad advice on, like, how to deadlift and how to do, and like, but the serious guys, the ones that are not going after you, trying to give you, they're ones that are just doing their thing. If you go up to them like, hey, listen, I see that you're like can you give me a couple of tips? To go, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Just let me
no
finish
problem.
my set.
Yeah.
I'll help you out. No problem.
Exactly.
They're more than happy to.
But it's like the first step is always the most intimidating step to take, right? But once you like take that step, it's like a whole different world opens up, right? And for me, that's my like say in life, like just take the first step. Take the first leap, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, did I know that I would be writing articles for Humo Latino? No. I mean, did this just happen? Did I know that I was going to smoke cigars? Did I know that I was going to compete in bodybuilding? No. But it's like,
now I got a question for you. Seeing as how that you're into the gym life and you smoke cigars, because people have asked us all the time.
It's two different worlds.
Now let me
tell you.
Now let me ask. Well, here's the thing: there's a big misconception. Everybody says like, "Oh, you smoke cigars. That's got to be bad for your health, or bad for your
so unhealthy for you.
For your lip."
Yeah.
Do you think that they go? Doesn't that like hurt you in the gym? Doesn't that like counteract what you're doing in the gym? I go,
no.
Not at
well,
all.
let's ask.
So I want to ask you.
No.
Do you feel that it hurts your performance at all?
So let me tell you that when I was training for competition, I mean, it's mental and physical, right? I mean,
Brutal.
it's like it's.
That's why I don't train. That's why I powerlift, so I can just eat whatever the hell I want.
I don't even know how to describe it, but the first time I competed, I was like, I did not even recognize myself, like mentally. I was like, I was all over the place.
You're so drained.
You're drained. You have to stick to your diet. Then you have to work out every day, and then you have to go to work, and then it's like family, and it. Literally, like the second time I decided to compete, because first time I competed, I got my pro card. So, but I hired someone to train me because I can't train. I don't have that knowledge. I don't like. I had
it was the first time.
Yeah. So I'm like, I need someone who's going to guide me through it. And so I was following my coach on social media for about a year or two. I just like his approach, his mentality, because sometimes like people in the bodybuilding world is like, it's black or white. You have to do this, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah.
They don't cater it towards the individual. They just
exactly.
they're like
this
selling an ebook.
This is how you do it, and that if you don't follow the plan, then it's on you, right? But my coach is, well, first of all, he has a PhD, so I'm like, oh, and he competes himself, so I'm like, this guy knows what he's talking about. So I reached out through email. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about competing. At that point, I'm like, I don't even know if I can do it. I don't even know if I have it in me. And I remember while I was talking to him on the phone, he's like, well, if you hire me, because I told him, I'm like, maybe we should just train, see how far I can take it. And he's like, if you hire me, you're going to compete. I was like, damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
confidence.
I like that. I'm like, sign me up.
Because he's like, I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah. And the fact that he was very upfront with me, I'm like, I like that. I needed someone to give me that push, sort of like believe in me, because at that point I'm like, I don't even know if I can do it. And at that point I'm like, okay, let's do it. And so we trained for 12 weeks, and you know, I was always active in life, right? I've always worked out. In fact, I used to be a runner, not a great runner. But in
long distance or sprinting?
Long distance. But in 2006, but I can do sprints too.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
I hated long distance.
Yeah, long distance is hard.
I can't do a full marathon. I would never do a full marathon.
That's just
hell no.
No,
I couldn't do it. But in 2006, I actually broke my hip, my right hip, the femur neck bone. And since then,
from running.
I was actually running on a treadmill when it happened, and they're like, everyone was flabbergasted, like, why did that happen to you? It shouldn't be happening at your age. And
just
so
happens.
yeah, and so I had surgery. I had like 3 pins on my right hip, and they're like, it took me 6 months to recover. And I'm like, I'm not running. I'm like, I have to be able to do something else. So that's where weightlifting came in. And that's when I start training with my coach. We trained really hard for 12 weeks. I stepped on stage, got my pro card, took 6 months off. And then after 6 months, I called my coach again. I'm like, I think I'm ready to compete again. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, but don't let me step on stage unless I'm not leaner and
Leaner and bigger.
Well,
I want to be 10 pounds heavier and 5% less.
In bikini is different, right? Because it's like it's about being lean, but also you have to have your muscles defined, right?
And I feel like it's also about the poses too.
Oh, it is.
Because it's not even
Is
like
that the hardest part?
it's the posing.
It's so hard. You know what?
Because like you can be in better shape than somebody else,
Yes,
but if
but if
they
you
do the
don't-
poses better, they'll win.
It's true. It's true.
How do you learn to do that? Like, obviously,
I
it's
had a
almost-
posing
part-
coach.
it's like part of the
I even
show,
have
yeah.
a posing coach
Yeah.
to do this. So it's like the amount of time that you spend just to go on a competition, like the amount of money you just spend on the suit, and it's like there's no fabric there, but it's like it's ridiculous.
It's like
it's
do you feel funny doing those poses?
well for me it
At
became
first,
natural.
probably.
Yeah, first one, second one was not. I mean,
It's probably because everyone
It
else is
was-
doing it. This
yeah,
is,
and
it's
I
like-
feel like, and I also feel like, because I was kind of in the world. I never competed, but I was in the powerlifting world, and I had friends that were bodybuilders. I had friends that were physique. I had friends that were bikini, and the poses are different.
yeah.
Like if you're going
every
in,
division has
like
a
if you're
different
going
pose.
if you're going in for like bodybuilding and you're going for like classic physique, you might do like a front double bicep like this, right?
Yeah.
And you might do the reverse. You might, but with the bikini, like, or if you're doing like some of the other guys that are doing more like the classic, they do like that. I don't know what the pose is called, but they do like with their side and they're like this and their butts and they're like one leg is back, but you don't do that in bodybuilding. You do like the front.
I
right?
always
But you
watch
don't
the
do a front
bodybuilders.
double. You don't do a front
And I'm
double
like,
bi
those-
when you're doing
these
bikini. You're doing
poses are
everything.
weird.
You're supposed to do everything that's like very elegant and
Yeah,
classy.
it
but
is.
when
It
bodybuilding,
is.
it's like just give me that front lats.
Yeah,
but, like
It's also for me a little
You know?
awkward to look at because the guys are wearing basically like G-strings, and I'm like, I don't want to see your big muscles and like
fucking
and your
jacked,
and your
yeah.
freaking like package like in my face.
so it's like
I
it's a
can't
little
look at it.
different.
It's-
Whereas like and then also like in powerlifting, there's no poses.
yeah.
Powerlifting
no
is
poses.
just
Lifting.
numbers.
Yeah.
Who gets the most? Who has the most total at the end? There's no
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's so you know it taught.
and you're also jealous of those powerlifters because they can just eat whatever the hell they want to eat. And you can't touch it.
I'm
You can't
telling
even
you,
look at
I
it
was
throwing
like-
up.
What were you eating when you as a bikini bodybuilder?
So
water,
a lot of
ice
chicken,
cubes and water.
a lot of chicken. I got so tired of like drinking water and eating blueberries because calories are low, right?
Boiled
because it's
chicken?
like I grilled mine. I back then I had a smoker, so it helped because then I could add flavor to it. Because at the end of the day, some people are very creative with the diet. I'm not. I was eating every day the same thing, and it's like
That's how I do it.
like egg
Yeah.
whites. I can't. I don't stand egg whites anymore. I just can't.
Just drink them. Just drink them.
No, no.
Yeah.
I
Rocky
don't-
style.
I used to drink
No.
them.
And
Yeah.
it's you know, but for me, what I've learned, it's like the mental part is what really sets you apart from the rest. Like you
Well,
have
that's
to be,
kind of why you do
have
it.
you have to be disciplined. If you don't have that, forget about it. Because
Well, isn't that what working out is for? Like people, like I view working out. Working out's great. Like you get into shape, and you're doing it for your physical fitness, but you're also doing it for the mental aspect. Like
Yeah.
I love the way it
That's
makes you feel
honestly, like,
afterwards.
it's my therapy. Like I need to go work out because if I don't, I don't feel like myself.
you just feel good.
yeah, exactly.
Like if I try to
It's-
do the thing where it's like no, I don't go more than 2 days without
Yeah.
working out. So like there's
Same
one
here.
one rest day in between.
Yeah.
I won't go 2 rest days. If I do 2 rest days or 3 and it's like you miss
it's
one,
like
I'm like,
you
what the
feel like
fuck's
you're
going
not.
on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you feel like you're not yourself.
You're like,
right?
well, something's off,
Yeah,
man. I get
exactly.
irritable. I'm like, ugh.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why I call it. It's my therapy. Like
Got it.
Monday through Friday, I start off my morning with a run, and then maybe if I have time during lunch, I'll do weightlifting. But weekends, I take it off. But
Now, do you still train as a bodybuilder?
no,
Little
you know, I've debated whether or not I should go back and do one more competition, but I don't think I have it in me because it takes so much, like dedication.
Yeah, there's a lot
Now,
of
the
preparation,
okay,
dedication,
so
no doubt.
we had gotten on this conversation because I asked you like if cigars hinder your performance. The second show, were you smoking cigars at the time?
Yeah.
And
Cigars doesn't.
You hear-
They don't
yeah.
add calories.
You hear that,
Nah.
people? You hear
Yeah.
that? Cigars
If
don't
anything-
hinder your performance. You can weightlift, you can look
Yeah.
good, you can eat
It's-
good, feel good. You smoke cigars.
It's true. Well, it's for me.
if anything, it lowers your cortisol. It boosts your testosterone. Okay,
I guess,
well,
yeah.
it does while you're smoking, but
Yeah.
it lowers cortisol levels. Helps you relax. So when you're having a very stressful day and you're the grind of like I got to eat the same shit every single day.
Oh,
I'm training.
God.
You get that hour of just I can just kind of relax and
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, and the other thing that I had to do for my second competition, because it's like it wasn't a different level, right? The other thing is like I only compete venues that do drug testing. So the first time
you don't want to lose to somebody that's clearly on.
And that's okay, you know, whichever method they want to do natural or use like.
I didn't realize there's drug tested events and non-drug tested events.
There's natural events.
I only compete on drug tested events.
Well, I mean that would make sense.
Because I
like the Olympia. You see all those guys.
Yeah, those guys are all roided
They're
up.
all roids. They're all. There's no way. Like when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I'm 6'5", 285 pounds, 8% body fat, all natural." No, you're not.
No, it's not. Yeah.
I went from 200 to 250 in 1 month, no drugs. No, you didn't.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
do you know what your lowest body fat percentage was?
So I know my weight, and that weight I don't think I've had it since elementary school. I mean, I was stage lean.
95 pounds.
I was.
Damn.
I'm not even gonna say how much, but it was ridiculous. I mean,
over under 100.
It was a little bit over 100, but not much.
Yeah,
but it was like the lowest weight that I've ever.
But you were probably lean. You were probably like 5%. Actually, I would probably say like 8%.
I was
maybe.
pretty lean, and you know what? It's not sustainable.
Well, the thing is,
at that point, it's like
women,
you can't even sleep.
It's harder for women to get leaner because women naturally, men are leaner than women. Yeah. That's just how God created it. Okay, and like women. Also, I mean, the reason is that women bear children, so you have more natural fat. You have natural fat tissue that helps you when you're bearing children. You just carry more, and men have more muscle mass naturally than women do.
Exactly.
So more muscle mass you have, the less fat you have.
Yeah.
More calories you burn by naturally having bigger muscles. So it's harder for you to get to that sub 10 than it is for a guy to get sub 10.
It is, and you know your hormones get messed up, and I got to the point where I'm like I couldn't even sleep at night.
You want more bourbon?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't sleep at night because it's like.
And now you're trying to build muscle without taking testosterone.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it's like you're not eating. You can't. You're eating.
You want more?
No, I still got some left.
You're eating, but it's like you're on a restricted diet, right?
It's like a chore to eat.
And it's like, so.
Well, you're not eating for flavor. You're eating for purpose.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was doing. It's like at this point, it's like I just need fuel for my body to get through the day, right? And it's like, for my second competition, I truly like the circle of my friends became smaller because I'm like I can't have
distractions.
And it's like I always like train during summertime, so that meant no eating out, no going
parties,
out to
barbecues,
nothing. Like
you got
literally
train during the winter.
I know, but it's like during wintertime.
You just wear sweatshirts all the time. Don't care about the fluff.
You know what? The reason I did it during summertime, it's because I don't know. I like to go to the gym during the summer, and it's like summer like gives me more energy. Like during wintertime, I'm like. I didn't want to do it, but I did it for 2 straight summers, and I was like, second time, I'm like, I think it's enough.
But smoking cigars the whole time.
Yeah, no, for me it was like be able to relax. That gave me that moment for me.
They don't do nothing. They like people ask all the time. I smoke cigars all the time.
You got to do an article about working out and smoking cigars and how it correlates and how it doesn't hinder your performance. That's a good.
But it's true, right? It's
especially as a woman. Cigar smoker and a woman bodybuilder.
I have a video planned that I want to do. I want to do deadlifts while smoking a cigar. That's
what I was gonna say. I said you should do another competition, but have a cigar in your mouth and then flex and do the pose with the cigar in your mouth. That'd be cool.
So when I got my, I placed second on my second competition. I had people tell me, "Why don't you take a picture with your competition suit on a cigar?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to be out there and do that with my medals." And no, probably not a good idea.
That would be.
But I thought about it because we were talking about like we have a fellow BDP guest. Her name is Amanda Herdman. She has a supplements or Boundless Nutrition. In West
Pleasantville.
She was on the podcast.
She was on the show, yeah.
So I think I've seen.
So she's a powerlifter.
She's a powerlifter.
Big
So
power,
that's
right?
like totally different.
Totally different,
yes.
right? And we were talking about cigars and performance, and she smokes cigars too. And I'm like, yeah, they don't hinder my performance. They don't hinder yours. They don't hinder yours. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to do a video of deadlifts and cigars, like a cigar in my mouth, puffing on a cigar while I'm repping deadlifts.
What are you waiting for?
Well.
Come on, it's content.
Maybe that should be your next.
I want to do it because it's. I think it'd be a great video. Just
it would be.
The only thing I can see is that, so in powerlifting when you're doing the heavy weights, and I told you this, right?
Yeah, the big breath.
You have to take a huge breath, right? So like before squats,
I don't know anything about powerlifting.
So powerlifting is all about the numbers, right? Just try to get as strong as you possibly can. Okay, there's 3 main lifts: squat, bench, and deadlift. Okay, and it's getting as strong as you possibly can in those 3 lifts for your weight class. Okay, there's an auxiliary lift, which is the overhead press, which is just straight overhead barbell, but they don't measure that. They measure squat, bench, deadlift. And when you go into a competition, you do everything in one day. You do squat, bench, deadlift. You get to your heaviest squat, you get to your heaviest squat, your heaviest bench, and your heaviest deadlift in that order. And then whatever your total is at the end, add the 3 up. Whoever has the highest total in their weight class wins. So it's all about numbers. Okay, so as strong as you could possibly be. But when you're lifting heavy, 1 rep max, you want to brace your core. You want to brace everything. So like for instance, with a squat, we have the bar on your back. Yeah. Before you go down, you want to take a huge breath, the biggest breath you could possibly take, and tighten your. So you go. And then you tighten your core, you tighten your back, tighten everything, and then you squat down, and then when you come up, when you're pushing up, right? So you have to take this huge breath in to tighten the core because everything needs to be tight to get, and then you have a better lift. Same thing with bench, same thing with deadlift. So when you have a cigar in your mouth, it's kind of hard to go.
Yeah, how would you do that?
Take a huge breath while you're doing it. So that's what I thought about. Like, how am I going to take a breath? So I would probably have to go like.
So just don't do the heaviest weight. Just do a weight that you could do.
Yeah.
You know? Or I would just go like this.
There you go.
I would have the cigar in my mouth like like, how are you going to do it, right?
You could do it.
I could do it, right? But that's... So I was telling him when he came into the gym, because I have just a garage gym. Yeah. And when he came in, he had never... He was trying to lift. He had never hit 300 on his squat. And I was like, you're going to hit it today. And he's like, I'm like, what's the most you've ever done? He's like, I do 225. And I was like, you're going 300. He's like, how many can you do? He's like, I can do it for like 6 to 8 or something. I was like, you're doing 300.
I was doing like 10 sets or
3 sets of 10.
I was doing like 10 and 7 or 10 and 8 or something.
So I was like, you could do it, right? So he put 225. I was like, all right, we're going to go to 275. So he puts 275. He does it. We go to 300. And I think he probably could have done 315, but he wanted 300. So he put 300 on. And the first rep he didn't breathe. He just went down, came out, and he failed. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, and he's like,
I fucked it up.
He's like,
dude.
So he failed, right? So he's like, I don't know. I was like, you got this. Trust me. I said, take a couple minutes, right? Go back. I said, but before you go down, when you unrack it, right?
Yeah.
Get set. Before you go down, I want you to breathe into your balls. I said, breathe as big as you could possibly breathe.
It's very true.
Okay. And tight and brace yourself. So breathe in and then brace, then go down.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay. So he did it. He went, and he went down and he shot up. No problem. Got 300. And I was like, he goes, whoa. I was like, I told you. Man.
How did it feel?
He was pumped. Dude.
I felt like the Hulk.
I have it on video, and he was jacked because it was 2 completely different, same weight, but a little bit of a diff, just a tweak. Just I said you didn't breathe, and it went like no help whatsoever.
Yeah,
and he
awesome.
was stoked.
It was an awesome feeling.
I told him, I was like, see, but that's
it can be done.
That's
but it's
where
like
a coach
you
comes
have to know the technique, right?
That's where a coach comes
exactly.
in. There's techniques about things that if you don't learn,
like even poses, like there's techniques about how to pose, and if you don't like, because I had a posing coach too. It's you can't just show up on the stage.
Now let me ask you this about posing, because most people don't realize this.
What?
How exhausting. Is posing. It's like a whole workout.
You know what?
It's like a day workout. It's so exhausting.
Like the number of times that I had to practice, and at the end, you have to like videotape
You feel lightheaded, right?
Yeah, and then it's like you have to hold like your breath in some of the poses, and you have to know how to turn. In some divisions, like you have to know how the stage is. They have L-shaped stage, and I can't remember the different like stage layouts, but you have to know the stage layout too, so you know where you're walking, where you are. Did you find it? Yeah. But there's so much that goes into it.
It's exhausting because it's just like the powerlifting. Like take a breath and you're flexing like, and I'll hold it.
All right, hold on.
So hold it longer.
So this is the one where I failed first.
Okay.
I got to see it too. So this is my garage that my little.
Okay. So that's how many pounds are you lifting right there?
300.
300. Okay.
Got a little Limp Bizkit on.
This is your.
This is my garage.
Your garage. Okay.
And he wanted to come lift. I'm like, let's go lift.
Yeah.
And this is the 300 where he just went down.
Oh my God. You almost dropped it.
I was like,
Oh my
what can I
god.
do?
So I have support. So then I was like, all right, here's what you got to do. You have to breathe.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I'm there. Don't worry. But breathe as big as you could possibly breathe. Tighten your core and then go down.
It was really because Akon Locked Up was on, and that's how.
So then this was the next one, right?
Oh,
He got it, no problem.
that's awesome. Oh my god.
Look, he was jacked. He was so hyped.
That was awesome.
So hyped.
I
So
mean,
now I was like, you're.
That gives you perspective, like how
was like, welcome
the
to
technique
300
like
Club.
worked.
It was exhilarating.
And I still,
yeah.
watching it back, I still don't think you took a big enough breath. I was like, you probably could have gotten 315 if you.
That was a lot.
Yeah,
But I like
that's a
squatting.
lot.
Squatting I used to hate squatting.
Yeah.
And then I was working out very consistently, and then I started liking squatting more just because of it's just I feel like I don't even get that much.
It's immense. It's like
I don't get that much exhilaration, excitement from benching. I get exhilaration and excitement from squatting.
Okay.
Because what Justin would say, it's a good mantra for like life. You know, you have everything on your shoulders, right?
True.
And things are trying to bring you down, and you're trying to go up.
You just gotta
No,
stand
I'm
up.
not gonna let it
You gotta
go.
get up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
When everything is bringing you down, weighing you down, you just gotta get up.
Yeah.
And the thing is like. There's a reason why I went into powerlifting is I just like lifting heavy. I like seeing how strong can I get.
He's
like,
also a big ass German, so he's
I'm
a
like,
big
how
boy.
strong can I get? And it's all about numbers. It's like, all right, this is what I did last week. I
Yeah.
did this weight for 3 reps.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do this weight for 5 reps, or can I do more weight for 3 reps? So it's like it's a numbers game. It's try to get as big as strong as I can get. And the thing with legs with squats is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so taxing on your body because it's the biggest muscle.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So when you do heavy
Yes.
squats, it's literally a come to Jesus moment. When you get that last rep and you're just like everything you got and and you finally rack it, you're just like you're on the floor and you're like gasping for air.
Do you like to work out in the morning, afternoon, at night?
So I usually run in the mornings. So that's the first thing I do in the mornings. If I don't get my run in, it's like I don't feel like.
Yeah.
Now, how long do you run?
I only run for 30 minutes, honestly. So it's
Couple
like
miles?
what,
Mile
3
or so?
miles, but I do
Miles.
sprints too in between.
That is a
So I do
like a
hit.
hidden. I don't know if it's hidden, but that's like a gem that when people are trying to get strong, sprint.
Yeah. So I'll
And
throw some sprints in there.
and not like I'm running fast, like a full on as fast as you physically can
Yes.
run sprint.
Ashton Hall type of sprint.
Yeah,
And that's so
You wanna
even if
get
it's
jacked,
only like
do
30
that.
minutes, I feel it.
Like you want to
kind
build
of
some
music
muscle
you listen
that.
to while you run?
So
Oh, that's a good question.
What's the playlist?
Because we have 2 completely different playlists.
do?
Yeah,
You do?
completely.
Okay.
So here's
I'm rapping
what's,
hip-hop. I'm
so
rapping
here's what's
hip-hop.
funny. So that video,
What video?
he has Akon locked up.
So the,
playing,
fir-
right?
the first
for that
the
one?
first one where I failed was Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit?
Was what was
Break
it?
Stuff.
Break Stuff, right?
Okay.
Good song. But Akon Locked Up. I feel like I'm in the jail yard.
You're like,
Locked up. I'm like,
You're like,
fuck,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
get out of here.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because then I go on for my set
Hey, what do you
and I
to?
listen to metal. So it's like
Okay, yes.
completely shifted.
And I'm completely different from you guys.
What do you listen to?
So I listen
Classical
to,
Beethoven.
No, hell no. I would fall asleep. Come on.
Some people
So-
do, you know?
Yeah, I know, but no, I listen to old school rap and also house music.
How old are we talking now? 'Cause he's
Dr.
the-
Oh
Dre,
fuck it! Now you're talking my language, Blanca. Let's
Snoop
go.
Dogg.
And then
Going,
house
keep
music?
going.
House music. So I like.
I listen to house too. I listen.
You do?
I listen to rap and house.
Yeah.
Some rock is
All right,
sprinkled in there.
so let me guess.
So-
let me guess.
You what?
You listen to rap when you're like lifting, and you listen to house when you're running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Sense. You know
Because
why?
house
Listen-
is like more
You can
like.
time your footsteps with the beat, dude. Right, left, right.
So let's
right,
keep
left,
talking
right.
about this rap stuff. So,
You pushed Eric's button right there.
So what are we listening to here? Come on, talk to me.
Dr. Drew, Snoop Dogg,
Love it.
Tupac,
Tupac too. Yeah.
Nas?
Of course.
listen to Nas.
No, not really.
Biggie.
Biggie, yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
All right, what else? Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes, I have listened, but it's not on my
Not in the
sort of
playlist.
playlist. Yeah,
All
but
right.
So you listen to like
house-
90s, 80s,
yeah,
90s,
90s.
rap? Okay.
Yeah, house music is probably like the current that's playing.
Swedish
on
House
the playlist.
Mafia.
I love house
Oh,
music.
Swedish House Mafia.
I love house music.
Oh.
I listen.
Yeah,
I'll
come
listen
on.
to the house if I'm doing like circuit stuff.
So you know what's funny?
I love house.
Well, So you know, I grew up in Sweden, so they're
Yeah,
from
that's-
Sweden.
That's like you got those underground.
And
That's
so-
like
Them
the
sweaty
playground.
clubs.
Avicii is from
yeah.
Sweden too.
You get those
It's
sweaty
like,
underground clubs.
It's kind of funny that like some of the like DJs of house music came from Sweden. So
It's funny because when I started listening to house really became popular, at least for me, in like 2014, like 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So I feel like when it really blew up, and that was when I was in college. And I listened to all those guys, you know, Swedish House Mafia,
Tiesto.
Tiesto, yes.
Avicii.
you know, all these guys. not Skrillex
Skrillex
too
is
much.
dubstep.
Skrillex, yeah,
He's more
he
dub.
disappeared
Yeah.
completely.
But no, it's a
there
big
was
thing
some
like
music from him that I did
what's
like.
the other one?
Who, I'm gonna go through them all.
I have a whole.
But
a whole
now
bunch.
there's so many
There's
so
so
many new
many.
guys that came that
Yeah, I
are
got it.
playing
Ready?
now. Oh,
Let's see
there's
here.
one that's I do like. What's his name?
So there's like
Let me see here. EDM here. You got.
Yeah, EDM.
Oh, you got. What are they called?
Sam Felt. Sam Felt is the "Show Me Love" song. This
Gl-
one.
Glanitus, the guy with the cat.
Yes.
Run, you know,
I listen. Yeah.
Afrojack.
Cedric
Yoki,
Gervais. Cedric Gervais is another
Yep.
one.
Bingo
I
players.
actually went to I watched him in Miami play.
Oliver Heldens is another one.
Yes.
He's big.
Hardwell was in
Hardwell,
Hardwell.
yeah, that's a
big
good one.
Yes,
That's a
yes,
good one.
Yes, yes.
There's a lot of them. So
There's-
then, okay, so then here. So then this.
Which one?
Okay, so let's see if I can. Ready? So now.
Okay, we're gonna listen to
Oh boy.
I'm gonna get
one of your favorite songs or what?
5 seconds. We'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, 5 seconds. We'll go
Oh,
copyright.
okay.
YouTube will copyright us.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. So
Let's
now
see if I recognize it.
you won't.
No?
You won't. Absolutely not.
Well,
Come
let's
Okay,
see.
so ready?
She's from the hometown.
Is
So
it
what's
from
your
Sweden?
nationality? So you're Swedish? Are you Swedish?
So no, I grew up in Sweden.
You grew up in Sweden.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
All right, here you go. Ready?
Hold on, let's
So
listen.
this is like what I listen to. Okay.
The rock shit. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
it's
Ready?
yeah. Well, this
Right,
this
okay,
one
hold
is
on.
not
Hold on.
bad.
Ready?
Yeah. No,
Can't do
not
it.
my kind of music. Hell no, no.
All right, ready? Here. This is another one. That's let's see if I can find it quick. All right, so this is a good one. Ready?
Whoever appeals to the law against his fellow man
Just
is
listen.
either a
Oh, God, here we
fool
go.
or a coward. Whoever cannot take
here,
care
ready?
of himself without
Just wait. Ready?
of honor.
All right, I can get down to this one. This one's not
So
bad.
that's and I'll show you one more, and then we can.
It's the ones where it's like. I can't.
Well,
do
you've
it.
heard of
I
kill.
can't take it
Yeah.
either. I'm like,
You've heard of
oh,
Kill Switch Engage, right?
No.
Kill
Okay.
Switch.
Have you?
All right. How about this one? Okay, ready? This is another one. Nobody's gonna know this. Ready?
Me and Eric are like, no.
We're 90s and hip hop babies.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I listen to when I work out.
All right, hold on. So
Here's another. Ready?
since we're on the topic here,
What about this one? What
let's
about
play
this
some
one?
of mine now.
What about
Yeah,
this one? Ready?
Let's. No,
No.
no.
Now when this comes in, it makes you want to. I
Eric,
want to run through
represent
a wall.
us.
All right, hold
here,
on,
yeah.
hold on. Let me get some Blanca.
Hey.
No. Can't do it.
No.
Get it off, Justin. Get it off.
No.
I'm gonna represent for me and Blanca right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay,
Please
that's
do.
what I listen to.
Oh,
No,
let's
I
see.
could.
All right, I'll disconnect. Hold on.
I think I'm hooked up. So let
Are
me
you
see
hooked up?
here.
Okay.
Disconnect.
So let's see.
Play a
here.
good one.
Let me see here. Let me find my workout playlist.
It's
for-
like play a good one.
I
That's
listen to that. I listen to some of that. But again,
really.
it's also I'm powerlifting, so I'm
Yeah,
lifting
it's kinda
heavy.
different.
Everyone
Okay.
knows. Everyone
So I
knows
want
this one.
something.
Okay, hold on. Oh yeah.
Duh, obviously, right? Or Till I Collapse, Eminem.
This is on my boxing playlist.
This is a
Yeah.
good one. Or
The
This is a boxing playlist.
oh yeah, here we go. Or this.
love it. Oh, yeah.
Not this one.
Yes.
This is
Move, bitch.
This is Fast
Get
and
out
Furious.
the way. Oh, we keep going. Here we go.
We're gonna
Ready?
get copyright. Fast and Furious again.
Oh, David Banner.
Too Fast and Furious.
Here we go. Here's another one.
This is my basketball warm up. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Hey.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
Okay. All right.
here we go.
Before we get caught, you got another one.
Last one.
One more.
You know this one? This is West Coast. Ice Mac 10, Ice Cube. Here we go. Ready?
Okay, let's listen.
You know your rule hip hop band. Wait a minute, that ain't how the West Coast rock, nigga.
Yeah, can't lift to this. Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
You're on
Okay,
a shit
okay.
like this, like this. Come on.
Can't lift to that.
Yeah,
But it's
okay.
funny.
Sick,
But
sick.
that's why I said it's a good question because so many people listen to different stuff. Like
Yeah.
I know powerlifters that listen to rap, but I'm like I need something that's just screaming at
Like raw.
like just
screaming at your face.
Like I told him too when we were lifting. I said, "Listen, dude, don't judge. I got to get into the zone right now. So just like let me be." And I'm sitting there, and I got the music, and it's blasting, and I got my belt on, and I'm just sitting there like I'm looking at the mirror like this. I'm vibing into. I'm getting it, and I'm just like screaming like ah. Like screaming, full on screaming. Eric's like, "The fuck?" He's like, just let me,
Just let me.
just let me
like,
get
I
into
need
it,
a
man.
moment.
Just let me get
I need
into
a
it.
moment.
But you get jacked, you get hyped
Yeah.
up, and then you
Yeah.
hit that. It's like screaming out. I'm just like, I
No,
want
this
to.
is true. I agree.
Yeah.
It's true.
But anyway, all right.
So
So
I
we're
mean-
at an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh my god.
perfect,
And
perfect.
we haven't even.
I know.
We-
We gotta.
we keep
Hey.
going. We keep going.
That's how we go.
Okay, yeah.
So let me
Love
get.
it.
How do I think I missed it. How did you? So I know you reached out to Humo Latino. Humo
Yeah.
Latino.
Yeah. Hey, oh,
Umo.
Say
Remember
it right.
Umo.
Remember in Spanish, you never pronounce the H.
Yeah, I took
So-
Spanish for 5 years. I
You know
barely
what? You know
remember.
what
So,
an
like,
H is? A
when you
J
say-
is an H.
Yeah.
Like hola, spells with an H,
Hola.
right? You say.
But
H
Hugo
is
is spelled with a J. Jugo de naranja.
Hugo. but
Orange
you-
juice.
you-
Me llamo
Me-
Enrique. That was my Spanish.
How do you say
Yes.
pine? How do you say pine? Como se dice pineapple?
Ooh.
Because I always want
Piña, piña.
piña. Oh,
Piña.
Jugo de
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Jugo de
piña.
piña.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Piña
you
colada.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
There you go.
You're Brazilian and
No,
no
Bolivian.
Bolivian. I thought your dad was from South America.
Yeah, from Bolivia. Bolivia is in South America.
It's funny because when
Yeah.
you first say Bolivia, I think of like Europe, but it's
Yes.
No, Bolivia is in South
I
America.
didn't know.
South
Say,
It's a
someone-
landlocked country. It's like next to Brazil.
Okay.
So
Chile,
he
and
speaks.
Peru.
So he speaks
I
Spanish.
speak Spanish. Yeah, I do.
Does he? Do they? I'm assuming it's a dialect down there, or is it
Yeah.
proper Spanish?
It's no. It's
What's it close to? Is it close to like Mexican Spanish?
no,
No,
no. Like
Like
there's
Argent-
there's no Argentinas are like
almost Brazilian.
I love no.
Portuguese,
That's Portuguese. So
which are kind of close, but
Argentinians, I love their accent. I love it, love it. Like telling you guys, like I love the New York accent.
yeah,
Yeah, I do.
Do we,
I do.
do we have it?
Yeah, you
yeah,
do.
we definitely have it.
You know,
I don't know. I don't know if I have it or not. You want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I
coffee.
definitely have
Is it coffee?
Yeah.
Coffee?
Well, that's so funny because my wife's from Texas, so she has a very southern accent.
Yes,
And all of her
okay.
family, when they first met me, like say coffee. I go coffee. They go say
Coffee.
water.
Water.
Say I'm walking the dog with a cup of coffee. I was like, okay.
I'm walking the
And
dog
I
with a
love
cup
And
of
I
love
love
coffee.
it. But I was
I
like,
love it.
they still to this
It's-
day they think I'm part of the mob because they still have no idea. What it is.
Because yeah,
Yeah, they're just like he's from New York. He's in the mob.
Yeah, that's just like the mantra.
So okay, so
Hold on. So Bolivian is your father? You have
my dad is from Bolivia.
so is that
your mom is
Bolivian?
Czech,
Bolivia. So and my
Bolivia.
mom is Czech. Yeah.
Got it.
So I'm
Got
half.
but you speak Swedish.
Because I grew up in Sweden. I went to school there. So I don't speak Swedish anymore, but because it's been so long. But I used to be fluent.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
you probably understand. I
prob-
guarantee if
But
you got.
know what? It was so funny because like this happened like a couple months ago. I just like watched something online and it was in Swedish and I was like, it sounded so odd to me, like the way they pronounce. I don't
Do you
know.
still know how to speak certain like
I can say
like how do you say hi? How are you? Do you know how to say it?
Hej, hur mår du?
What is it?
Hej, hur mår du?
Hur mår du?
Yeah.
Hey, who murdered? Who
And in
murdered?
Czech is ahoj, jak se máš?
Jak se máš?
Damn.
Czech.
And then in Czech, no, Spanish.
Yeah. Hola, cómo estás?
Hola,
¿Cómo
¿cómo
estás?
estás?
Totally different.
Yeah.
See, like,
it's
so,
like
Wow.
all
My
these
family's
languages are
German,
completely
so my
different.
mother speaks German fluently, but it's weird because it's like she speaks Bayerisch, which is like a totally different dialect than proper German, and
Mm-hmm.
she speaks it fluently. And it's like sometimes you can, like you would say, like "Allo, wie geht's" is like, "Hey," that's like the slang for "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know how you would say "How are you."
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I used to.
I don't know.
I took German and French in high
I
school,
know how to say
but
little
I can't
things
remember.
like can I have a beer? Kann ich haben eine Biere?
Yeah, of course.
Which is
Can-
like
can I?
can I have a beer?
Okay.
Yeah, I took Spanish
It's
for
actually
5
easy
years,
because
and
you think of it
it's-
like
You-
when I say
it's
can I
totally
have, it's kann ich habe,
Can
which is
ich
like
habe?
kann ich habe
Yeah.
eine Biere. which is
honestly, like I think the reason why like I was able to like speak those languages fluently, it's because I lived in those countries. It's
well, that's what I was getting at. What I was going to say before is if you went into Sweden and lived there for a month, to guarantee you,
I probably would pick it up. Yeah, I would probably pick it up.
It's still in there
even
somewhere.
In Czech, like I think like my mom, she will speak Czech to me, and it's like I understand what she's saying, but I don't think I can. I know I can't read it.
That's how I was with
like
my mother.
Speak it, but I understand what
she would
what
say
she's
some
saying.
shit in German, and I would like, I know what you said. I can't tell you like exactly, and I can't repeat it, but I understand what that means.
Yeah.
But I feel like because you spoke it fluently at some point, so it's
I did.
in,
I
it's
did.
in
I did.
there
I was
somewhere.
able to like write, read, and speak.
Yeah,
it
so it's
fluently.
still in there.
So
You just haven't used it.
I just haven't used it.
I feel like if you go back and live there for a month, it would just
Probably
it
I
would
would pick
unlock
it up.
it. You'd be like, yeah.
I'd probably pick it up. I think.
You just start thinking. You'd be like remembering words. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I remember what that word
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Exactly.
I wanted to jump back real quick too.
I might have
Humo
to light-
Latino.
I might have to
Humo
light
Latino.
up a second cigar, man.
Light it up, son. So I don't know if I missed. So you're still obviously writing articles from you, taking a
Yes.
little bit of a break. But
Yeah.
how did you consistently get on? I guess is it every month, every quarterly?
Yeah, when did they
So-
release this?
So I think this one. Do they have a date on
well,
it?
it might be on the
Because
inside. Let me see.
this year they start doing the hard copies. Everything was online previously.
That's
but-
pretty interesting to go to hard copies because magazines aren't what they used to be. But
Exactly. I think I think they're trying to get their name out there, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they're trying different marketing strategies, but they do have a huge follower, mostly like in the Latin community, but obviously Humo Latino Global, which is in English. I contribute to that site quite a bit.
I did notice this, by the way. We're gonna have to get our cigars on these pages. I did notice this.
Yeah.
So I think the blueprint was on it.
Yes, it
at
was.
one
Was it?
time
On the-
last year.
on the
Yeah.
on the
Well, I'm
online-
talking-
on
The
the
blueprint.
online version.
I'm looking at some of these articles. I'm looking for like a date, but it doesn't have a date.
Usually it's in the front.
Well, I
but don't
checked. I
see
checked
that.
everywhere, but it doesn't have.
So
it.
maybe so maybe this one is what they're launching right now, like their first copy, because this is the Humo Latino Global,
It's a nice
right? So
magazine.
that
I like the
Humo
colors.
Latino Global is the English version, and then the Humo Latino is Spanish. So I do write in English, but some of my articles have made it. Humo
Can you
Latino.
write in Spanish or no?
I'm horrible. Yeah.
So
I
Google
actually,
translates for.
They actually translate some of my articles.
Take my
because
article, drop in a ChatGPT, make this Spanish.
All right, so let me ask you this now.
Yeah.
So you're into cigars.
Mm-hmm.
You're into bodybuilding. Two very male-dominated industries. But now, let's talk about the Litas.
The Litas.
Your motorcycle.
So-
What
gang.
does that mean?
So it's
Litas?
just a name.
It's
It's
just a name?
It's just a name.
Doesn't
so
mean anything in.
they have a branch offices all over the world. One of them is in Des Moines, Iowa. I want to give a shout out to them. I'm part of them.
Let's go.
I like
Yes.
the I like the logo though. It's a bull skull with the roses.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
like that. I like
So
that.
it's a group of ladies that ride motorcycles, and
What kind?
Any kind.
What do you have?
I have a Honda Rebel.
What is
Honda Rebel.
Yep.
that? Is that like a crotch rocket?
No, it's not.
Let's go.
All I know is that there's like the there's like the Harleys.
There's so many different
Is it
types.
like a cruiser?
Honda Rebel. Let's
You
see.
can you can probably look it up.
Is it a
or you can,
specific model?
oh, mine is an old one. It's 2006.
So is it like a low ride? Is it
Yeah,
a
it's-
cruiser? Is it a
Like this? Does it look like this?
No. Well, yes, that would be
Let me see.
similar to mine. Yes.
Like that one?
But mine is
All right, so it's
yeah,
okay. So it's a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's a motorcycle.
Oh,
Period.
yeah, it's
right?
definitely a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
there's
But it's
there's
not like a. Harley Davidson has a certain look, and then the Kawasaki
or like
has
a hot rod, or like not a hot rod. What do they call it? A chopper, like where they have the high hand and you're just like
That's Harley.
you're like
yes.
you sit your hand like
But you
way
know-
up here, your leg just straight out like how do you even shift those?
I know. I
You
don't
drive
think I
you
could.
drive for like half an hour, your butt's numb. One of those. Because my
But you know
wife's
what?
dad used to
But
have one.
You would be surprised the bikes that they make nowadays. It's like the cruiser ones where you can like travel everywhere with them because
Yeah, you don't
they're
feel-
so comfortable. Like
yeah, that's not one of those low
cruise
rides.
control, like all of that is in
Doesn't
there.
even feel like you're on a motorcycle.
Mine is like old school.
How long you been riding?
So this will be my second year. So I'm a new rider, but
How fast have you gone?
Not very fast because my bike is not fast.
Bikes listen, I guarantee it goes over 100.
I would not go 100.
What's
on
the
my
fastest
bike.
you have gone?
Probably 85.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But listen, that's fast though.
Yeah.
Go 85 on a car and stick your hand out the window. Now imagine that.
Yeah.
I just love that feeling.
What is it about bikes how'd you get into the bikes, and what is it that you like about riding motorcycles?
So when I was 17 years old, I had a friend who had dirt bike, and yeah, it was a dirt bike, like nothing. And this was back in Bolivia, and one day he picked me up from my house with his dirt bike, and there was something about that moment. I'm like, I love this. I don't know if
not right now, but later.
Yeah, exactly. I put it back in my mind. One day I'm going to do this, right? So, 2 years ago, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take the class. And guess what? I took my first class and I bombed it. It was horrible.
Of course.
It was like I don't
no idea what I'm doing.
I was and then, people say, oh, if you know how to ride a bicycle, you're going to be able to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, you can balance.
No,
you can't shift and show.
What's the difference between obviously the
shifting?
No, it's like you have to shift. Well, do you guys do you know how to drive a stick shift in a car?
I do not.
I do.
No.
So it's kind of
I know
the same
the concept. I know the concept. As you rev up, you gotta change.
But you're not shifting with your hands.
It's
you shift with your feet.
Okay, so that's what you have.
Yeah, that's what I have. But I mean, again, my motorcycle is like 2006, so it's an older version. But nowadays,
now, is the clutch with your hand or no?
No.
Is the clutch with your foot?
Yeah.
Which foot?
Left.
So you have to clutch and shift with your left?
No. Clutch is. You're asking me way too many questions.
Because I know, because the throttles. So it's like the exact opposite of a car, where the car, the throttle and the clutch.
The shift is on your left.
So the only thing the same is the clutch. Like a clutch is on your left, right? But the throttle is right, and you shift with your right hand. But on a bike, the throttle is on your right hand, the brake is on your hand, but then you're still shifting with your your foot. So you have to like kick it up or kick it down
it's
and
like
go.
Just knowing all the mechanics when you're driving, like when you're riding the bike in the beginning, it's like, oh, this is way too much, right?
It's weird
to get you, but once you get used to it, when you know exactly.
Yeah, it's just like riding. It's like driving a stick.
Exactly.
Once you get used to it,
you
don't even think about it.
You don't even think it's muscle memory.
Like I hadn't driven a stick in so long, and then my wife's dad got a Challenger, a Hemi, Hellcat or something, and it was stick, and I was like, yo, I got to take this for a spin, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you know how to drive? I was like, yeah, I haven't driven it in long, but you get in there, piece of cake. Like once I will say the one thing you have to find. I don't know if this is the same with bikes, but you have to find where the clutch is. Because depending on the car, the clutch is... So you push your clutch all the way down, all the way to the floor, and that is a clutch. So basically, like when you have gears in the car, right? The gear is spinning, okay, which is making the wheels go. And then when you push the clutch down, it takes the gear off. You switch it to a new gear, and then you pull the clutch, and then it goes back into and matches up, and the wheels spin again, right? So when you push the clutch, but different cars, depending wherever you pull, like you might push it all the way in, and then you pull it off like maybe an inch off the ground or 2 inches off the ground, and that's when the clutch catches. Or it might be halfway, or it might be 3/4. So you have to find where that is, and it's different in cars. So like if you're in your car, you're used to it, and then you go to a different car, you might stall it out because the clutch is like, oh, I picked that too quickly. I got to get used to that. So once you pick up where the clutch is, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Is that similar in bikes? The clutch is different?
So, I would say so. And that reminds me of a story about a stick shift. So I learned how to drive a car with a stick shift. That was like the first car.
It's the modern day anti-theft.
That's how I learned how to drive a car. Obviously, haven't driven a stick shift for a really long time. Last year, I went to Iceland and I rented a car.
Went to Iceland?
Yes.
Where'd you go, to Reykjavik?
Yes, Reykjavik. That's the capital of Iceland.
I want to go to Iceland so
I highly recommend. Beautiful. I drove.
Did you see the Northern Lights or no?
Yes.
Oh.
We were up until I think we were up until 3 or 4 a.m.
I want to go
just
so
see
bad.
the Northern Lights.
I heard that it's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. But so
I'm jealous.
Drove a stick shift through the entire.
I feel like that's all they have there.
It's like no, they have automatic, but it's kind of expensive to go there, so you have to plan the trip. And we rented a car, and the stick shift was cheaper than the automatic. So I was like, well, let's get a stick shift. I'm like, I haven't driven one for like 10 years, but
We'll figure it out.
Muscle memory.
We'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And so we got a stick shift, and like literally, like you're driving in the middle of nowhere, because Reykjavik in Iceland is pretty much the only livable place, because everything is like, it's deserted, right?
Yeah.
Because it's too cold to live. And one of the things that I learned, because I talked to people before I went to Iceland, and they're like, well, make sure that you have a full tank of gas, because they don't have
gas
stations
Yeah.
everywhere. Like if you're going somewhere into a small town, like figure out where the gas station is. So we like stopped everywhere where there was a gas station, because one of my friends went there and they actually didn't have enough gas, so they had to sleep overnight in the car in the middle of like,
And it gets cold.
and it is cold.
Probably
and
dark as hell too.
yeah, and I went there in April, so it's supposed to be a little bit like warmer, but it was still really cold. But
I can't imagine the winter.
it
Dead of
was,
winter there.
oh my gosh,
It's like minus
like
15 all the time.
and it's
brutal.
so during wintertime it's like dark all the time, right? Because it's like there's no sunlight. And
Must sleep real good though. Cold and dark.
but you know what, highly recommend. It's an amazing trip, and just be ready for hikes and just going off-road.
Well, there's a movie, and actually I'll ask you about it.
Yeah.
There's a movie based on a competition called Eurovision, which
Okay, yeah,
I don't know.
I've ever heard of it,
I don't know if- I think.
but
I
well,
think
I've
it
heard of
exists.
Eurovision, but I haven't heard of the
So
movie.
so it's Eurovision. For people that don't know it, I think it's a real thing. It's basically the like the American Idol, but for Europe.
Yes, it is.
And so they had a I want to say a spoof, but they had a comedy.
Can I
Need the
grab your
lighter?
lighter? Yeah.
They had a
thank you.
comedy with Will Ferrell and
I'm gonna take a video while you light up the cigar.
what's it called? Rachel McAdams, of these two people from Iceland going into Eurovision and ultimately trying. They want to be contestants, and people in Iceland like, no, you're not that good. You're never gonna get there, and it's like a a rags to riches story kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a comedy because it's Will Ferrell, so it's funny. And one of the town they live in is Husavik.
Husavik. I actually went to Husavik.
And so that's why. And I'm like, and I go, I want to go to Iceland because this freaking town. It's so beautiful. It's like a fishing village, but it looks so cool.
It is. Do you know? Like, have you ever heard the language itself?
No.
Well,
it's
they
so
sing
hard.
it. They sing it in the
Oh my
movie,
God.
and I'm like, I don't know. That sounds really cool. But we wanted to go to Iceland because this
Every
and then,
name is like 20 letters.
Bjorgen
more.
Zorgen Tungsten. Yeah.
That usually I would say I'm pretty good at picking up like different words and languages, but Icelandic,
No.
forget about it.
Yeah,
It was
that's totally
so
different.
like no.
So let me ask you an off-topic question.
Yeah.
Talking about Iceland,
Yep.
how nice it is there. What's it like to live in Iowa? I don't know anyone from Iowa.
Okay.
You're the first person I met.
Fair question.
You lived there for quite a while, you told me.
Yeah.
If you had to describe, let me ask you two questions. If you had to describe Iowa in 3 words, what would they be? And then what do you like to do in Iowa?
So, Iowa is my hometown now, right? I've been there for a really long time, and it's a good place to raise your kids. The cost of living is not as high.
Oh, I've looked at houses in Iowa.
cheap.
Compared to New York.
Oh, my gosh.
Everything compared to New York,
I mean,
aside from like California, is
Yeah. So and it's safe. Public schools are great over there, and like people are nice. They say Iowa nice, which is true. And so for me, it's been like it's sort of a comfort place to be at, because it's
Now,
like,
where in Iowa are you?
I'm in West Des Moines.
What's the capital? Des Moines.
Yeah.
Des Moines, Iowa.
So it's like West Des Moines, and it's kind of a suburb, but yeah,
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines,
So
Iowa.
nice ass people in Iowa.
Yes.
Great to raise a family.
It is great schools.
Great schools, livable or very reasonable property.
And you don't have to deal with traffic.
No
Like that's
traffic.
every time I go to Chicago. Well, when I was here, I was like, I couldn't
Here.
deal with
Have you ever been
this.
to Long Island?
No, this is
Oh,
my
it's your first
I've
time.
been to New York before, so I knew like the hustle and bustle, but yeah, just
Long Island's a little different.
Long Island's a little different.
Still
yeah.
Long
traffic,
Island-
but a
yeah,
little different.
yeah, it is.
Next
So-
time you come to New York, you got to go upstate New York.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that's way
if you like nature and stuff like that, upstate New York.
Upstate New York
mountains,
is the place
lakes,
to go.
pine trees.
Because that's what really New York is. New York is really like almost like a woodsy country state. Everyone thinks
And
New York City
exactly.
and Long Island.
I think a lot of people think about New York City,
New York is
right?
a big state.
But I've heard of like different places here in New York that you can go visit.
Yeah, there's.
But I've never been to upstate New
So
York.
I would
what do
say,
you hear
like-
about New York and Iowa? What's the
Yeah.
stigma over in New York and
No,
Iowa?
it's
over there?
I don't think
concrete
there.
jungle.
No, I don't think there's a stigma. I think it's more like it's a hustle and bustle. It's busy and
Yeah, that's what everybody
You
thinks.
could be negative. You could say people are fucking batshit crazy and.
No,
Fucking
yeah. Tell us what they really say.
No,
Because I guarantee
no,
90%
listen.
of what they say is about New York City.
Yeah.
Not about
Yeah,
New York
it
itself.
exactly. It's about New York City, which
Yeah.
so I was in New York City for 2 weeks taking a class a while ago, and I was staying downtown. And after 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm ready to go home. It's too much.
It's
Like
exhausting.
people 24/7,
It's
just
crazy.
getting the. And I rode public transportation one time. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I'm subway. I'm like, I'm taking cab to my
See,
classes
if
because
you
it's
now if
just
you come
like,
back and if you go upstate, like into the, I would say, so there's two, so you can go upstate to the Catskills, which is, so you have,
I've heard of that place.
so you have New York State,
Yep.
which is like a triangle, right, or other way, triangle like this, okay, and then down the bottom right hand corner is New York City, and then you have Long Island. If you go up a little bit, there's the Catskill regions. But if you go up even further, so like 2 hours up, it's like
Yep.
Catskills. Then if you go 3 to 6 hours up, that's Adirondacks. And the Catskills are mountainous, but a lot of I would say like regular trees. So they're just like big oaks and maples and all this. But then if you go further up, it's all pine trees. So
Okay.
it's like, but it's all mountains, wilderness, and lakes. Now, if you go up there, it's the exact opposite of hustle and bustle. It is
Very, very
slow,
different.
country, mountain folk,
I would
little
love that.
villages, and that's where like him and I both. I mean, we grew up down here.
Yeah.
But whenever people say, "Oh, New York," I said, "Listen, there's two parts of New York. There's
Yeah.
downstate, which is the hustle and bustle.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come back and you want to visit a nice area, you go up
Yeah.
into the Adirondacks, and it is
It's
gorgeous up there.
Way
Like
different.
we got a house once where I'm out. I walk out on at 7:00 in the morning. I walk out onto the patio, and it is just mountains and pine trees for miles.
I would love that.
Miles, and I have a cup of coffee and I have a cigar.
Cup of coffee.
So I'm
of coffee.
smoking- so it's a
Glass
true,
of water.
true
love
story.
that.
So it's a true story, right? It's a true story. I'm smoking a cigar,
Yeah.
drinking a cup of coffee. It's early in the morning, and it's like dead silent. Like you can hear a pin drop, right? And all of a sudden, you can see for miles because we're kind of like up on the mountain. You can just see all pine trees, and there's like snow-capped mountains, and it's beautiful. And all of a sudden, I hear I hear way out in the distance. I hear I hear a turkey go. Turkey.
like, "What's
I'm
that?"
like,
Yeah.
What's that?
so I'm like, hold on a second. So I go,
Yes.
and then I wait,
Yeah.
and I say, hold on a second.
Turkey calls.
And I'm talking to this turkey like 2 miles down the road at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting there. I'm like,
What's even creepier
this is
at night?
kinda
when you're
nice,
it's at night. I have a house upstate, and sometimes at night, usually in the winter, we'll have we have for our sense of heat for our house is a fireplace, so that heats the whole house. So something gets super hot, so we have to
Yeah.
open up the windows at night. So sometimes when you leave the windows open and you wake up in the middle of the night, you hear. You hear
Yeah.
fucking wolves
No way.
and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
would love
pre-
that.
Yeah, it's pretty
I would
wild.
love
It's pretty
that.
wild. yeah.
or if you get like way up, like in the Adirondacks, I mean, even on the Catskills, but the further north you get, the more wildlife you get, right?
Yeah.
And you'll hear like in the middle of the night, you'll hear like scratching on outside.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
and
would
it's
actually
it's
scare me a little bit. I
It's-
think.
it's bears
Yeah.
scratching at like
Yeah,
the garbage cans and stuff, and you're like, I don't know about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I went camping in the Adirondacks, and we had to hike 2 miles to our campsite, and then we had to swim across.
Swim.
We had to put all our stuff in basically a garbage bag,
And then swim?
and swim across, and then all our food and stuff, besides our camping gear and our sleeping bags, we had to put in a bag, and we had to tie it up and hide it and hike
Yeah.
it up into the trees because the black bears can smell it, and they don't want them to come on. You don't want them
Yeah.
to come on your site. So
So you gotta be careful
every
with bears.
night I was like, let me just pass out because I don't want to hear anything. And I would go with my uncle, and he would be.
Yeah.
He did it for over 10 years, and I said, my uncle Tino. I said, Uncle T, you ever hear any bears? And he said there was one time where in the middle of the night we heard.
Oh, that would scare
And
me.
you know what you hear? You
No.
hear.
No, no.
Yeah.
I'm out of there. I'm out of there.
And you're like,
there's
I'm
no
out.
way.
And you're like,
yeah,
you're
I'm
like
out.
this.
So here's a crazy
No.
story. So my buddy, he actually was a guest on the show. He is in the restaurant industry in Manhattan, and he went to.
Is he the guy who made the meatballs? In
No,
show?
it was a different guy.
Okay,
Different
okay,
guy.
okay.
I'm actually gonna see him this weekend.
I,
So
I
we
actually
had,
saw
um,
it.
Yeah,
We had
my
my,
boy
friend,
Chef
we had
Matt
my
Watson.
friend on, and he was talking about he went to. I think he went to Costa Rica.
Okay.
He went somewhere in South America, and he did this trip where he wanted to try. I think it was ayahuasca, which is like that hallucinogen, like it's a tea that they make, and you try it, and then you like trip for like 6 hours or whatever. And in order to get, you had to get to this village, so you had to take like a bus to get to the station, and they had to walk through the jungle to get to this village. And they did this like night hike, right? Like they're going through the jungle, and they had this tour guide.
Hell no.
And so
Oh,
listen,
no.
so he tells me a story. He goes, dude, so we're walking through, right? And it's like dark. You're trying to get to the thing, and the guy's just got a flashlight. And our tour guide, all of a sudden, our tour guide stops. He's like, he's in front of us. We're walking, me and my wife, and the tour guide stops. And he goes, and I stop. And the tour guide says, back up slowly. And he goes, he's like,
I'm going home.
and he's like, what? He goes, just back up. So he's backing up, and he goes, and all he hears. So there's like a pathway, and he goes, and all he hears you can't see because it's like jungle and jungle.
Okay.
He goes, all he hears in the bush over there
Yeah.
is I can't do the sound, but he hears like a growl, like a deep growl, and it was a freaking it was like a jaguar that was
No.
in the bushes.
Oh my God.
And he's like, just back up. And the tour guide said, he goes, we crossed into the jaguar's territory, and a jaguar let out like a warning growl, like back the fuck up because this is.
Did they back out?
And my buddy,
yeah,
my buddy said when he was backing up, he
Yeah.
goes, he heard that growl, and he goes, he goes, no lie, a little shit trickled down my leg. He goes, I
think
was.
that's
I
normal.
would be going
petrified.
home at that point.
I'm like,
There's no
nope,
way.
nope. So he goes, dude, I literally goes, a little shit came down. He goes, I was so scared. He goes, because I couldn't see it. I just heard this growl, and we got back to the car, and he was like, and the guy was like, yeah, we crossed into their territory, and it was like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
No. You don't want to mess with that.
I
you
was
want
like,
to respect
no
that.
shot,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
No shot.
Not up there.
So you know what? I did spend a New Year in the Amazon jungle.
What?
One
Why?
year. Yes.
Wow.
It
Let's
was.
let's hear this.
Yes. So, Brazil and Bolivia are really close to each other. So Amazon jungle is like right in between the border of Bolivia and Brazil. And one New Year's, I had two friends coming with me from Iowa.
Nice.
My college friends. They came with me, and we decided to take them to the Amazon jungle. Right. So you have to you drive the roads are not all that safe. It's dirt roads, and it's like you drive through mountains, and we reached a village, and they have electricity during the day, but during the night electricity goes out, so there's only cold showers. And we partied with the people that live in that village, and they had this drink.
Partied.
Yes,
With the Amazon people.
They
Oh,
well,
boy.
so there's like village people
Do
that
like rain
live.
dances and stuff.
They didn't do any
Like YMCA village people.
no. I mean, they live there, right? They cultivated whatever to survive. But we partied with the village people that night, and they had something that's called chicha, which is alcohol made from corn.
So
And
it's like moonshine almost.
It is like moonshine, guys. It's so obviously if they're offering you something to drink or eat, you
Gotta be
drink
respectful.
and eat it. Yes.
Oh,
So
you
which we
guys got
did.
Fucked up.
Next day, we were so sick.
What did that taste like?
God, it's
Straight
been
alcohol?
such a long. It
Like
was
rubbing
probably,
alcohol.
but you know what? But you could kind of taste the corn because I think it was because Bolivia is known for they have over 100 different types of corn.
Oh,
Iowa is known for the corn, but Bolivia has more corn than Iowa, which a lot of people don't know. And even the potatoes, in Bolivia, they have so many different types of potatoes. But the place that we stayed at, they would the food that they brought to you was freshly catched that day. So it's like they
What were you
would
eating?
a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I one of my friends, she's vegetarian, so.
Oh.
She was eating potatoes and rice the whole time. I
Oh,
felt
gosh.
so horrible for her because that
Bad
was the
time
only
to be a
thing.
vegetarian.
But
Shouldn't
yeah,
be a vegetarian.
but it's like, it was such an amazing trip. It was like just being in the jungle and just looking at the nature. We didn't encounter any like animals or anything, but
Was it like super humid?
super humid, and
You mean like it is right now?
guys, it's actually hot in
I
here.
was just like, I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
It
We,
is kinda
we usually have an air condition here, but it hasn't been so. The last
the
few
viewers
weeks.
probably don't know, but it's
a little steamy. It's a
over
little bit
here.
steamy
It
in
is
here.
well, I
steamy
mean, we're
over
at hour and 45, so we're probably going to
We're
wrap it up
almost,
soon.
we're almost done. Yeah. Now we're in the middle of July. We got to put our AC back in here because the last few weeks it hasn't been that hot. We've been able to get by with just the fans, but yeah,
It's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good though.
we're putting you in legit hot seat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel it.
feel it. I'm
I do
like-
feel it.
So let me go back to riding bikes with the Litas. Do you
Yes.
guys do do you do like cross country trips or statewide trips?
So
What
we
do you
do
guys
do
there?
group rides. All the ladies do a lot of group rides. Unfortunately, I have not been able to do most of those because of time. But they also organize rides with other branches of the Litas throughout the nation. They also have some in Europe as well. So it encourages like women that are interested in riding, gives you sort of a safe place to learn how to ride, and also an opportunity to ride with other females. So
Is it
just-
strictly females that you ride with?
it is, yeah. So
Okay.
imagine like
Do they all smoke cigars or no?
That was my next question.
some of them
I
do
was gonna say,
actually.
do you smoke cigars with some of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them do. I
Do you
actually
smoke while you ride?
no.
It's probably hard, right?
So I did write an article about the Litas, Des Moines Litas, and it was published in Humo Latino. And one of the things that we needed to do was obviously a cigar shoot. So I got in touch with one of the cigar lounges in Des Moines, and they hosted us for a photo shoot over there. And so the Litas came over, and the ladies that smoked cigars, they were smoking cigars with us, and I got the article published. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it
that
was
out?
published in March.
Check that out.
Yeah.
You should make more content with the cigar riding and
Yeah.
the cigars. I'd love to see more of that stuff.
We the Litas, the Des Moines Litas are planning to do a calendar. So I'm hoping that I don't know when that's going to be done, but I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do that because I do
definitely-
think that we need some more exposure.
Because I tell you, as a female in dominated industries, the females do they did a lot of exposure. I know, obviously for one reason, you're a
Yeah.
woman doing
Yeah.
male things, and
Yes.
and mostly men like to see that stuff. So that's why I'm saying you'd be super successful smoking cigars, riding bikes.
Yeah.
Because guys don't want to see guys riding motorcycles. They want to see girls riding motorcycles. They want to see girls smoking cigars.
And you know the feeling of riding with other females, like when you're riding down a road and there's all females riders. It's like
it's probably,
the
it's probably
be-
I
it's
haven't
such
never
a
seen it, but I'm sure it's a
Yeah.
cool scene to
like for me. I mean, I've rode with them maybe twice, but they have events every month. I mean, the founders of the Des Moines Litas are always like trying to put together events, and people attended and also encourage like newer riders, and they're welcoming, and so we're always looking for new female riders members to become members of the Litas.
Hear
Check
that?
them out.
Hear that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Right there.
The Litas.
The Litas.
Now I want because there used to be a famous wrestler called Lita.
Mhm.
I like
Really?
to- yeah.
From
Lita.
the Hardy Brothers.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. She was a babe. She was a babe. And if you look her up,
So she was a girl.
she was a girl.
So
she was a female wrestler.
Maybe what year?
Oh,
I
this was
wonder-
like 2000s
Yeah.
Well, no,
She
no.
rode
Yeah.
with the Hardy Boys.
for a while. And then she went over to Edge. She betrayed them.
betrayed.
Betrayed him. But she
That
she was
bitch.
she was a babe. Her name was Lita, and she had some great. I grew up. There was two women that me and my brother watched. Her name was Trish Stratus and Lita.
Lita,
Those-
really? Okay.
Those are the two
so
women that we love to watch. I love
Okay.
Trish Stratus more. My brother liked Lita more. But
Yeah?
Lita
Okay.
was more badass. She had more of like tattoos. She
was more edgy.
Yeah, she
She
was
was more
edgy.
edgy?
Where Trish Stratus was more like like the pinup girl type of girl.
Yeah.
And Lita had definitely that more edgy persona.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
rougher. She was a little bit.
But
I'm
Lita-
gonna have to look her up.
Oh,
Now.
put on WWF Lita highlights because she
Okay.
she definitely had better moves than Trish Stratus. Like Lita was flying on top of the rope. She was doing flips.
Lita
and
was like
stuff.
a wrestler.
Yeah,
Trish
pull-
Stratus
Okay.
was just like a model.
Okay, yeah,
she
oh,
was-
got it,
I'll-
got
let's,
it,
Let's
got
pull
it.
up. I'll show you Lita
Yeah,
real quick.
yeah.
Let's do some
wanna
Lita
know.
highlights real quick. But
Oh boy. Oh boy.
yeah,
boy.
man.
Was it LIDA or LITA?
LIT? No, just like that.
It's
Was it?
it's just like this. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like that. WWF. Yeah, she was like early 2000s all the way into the 2010s. Let's see here. WWF Lita. Let's see here. Cha cha cha. Let's see here. I want to find like a old. Yeah. So this is. So this is like her. This is like her entrance back in the early 2000s. Hold on, before we gotta pass the ads. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
There we go.
You're good.
Oh,
You
here's
know her?
Here's Trish Stratus.
Okay.
So it's probably and then here's Lita.
Lita. Oh no. Okay. Got it.
So coincidentally enough, this is a match between Trish Stratus and Lita. But this is our first appearance in 2003. There you go.
2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was like a Rough Rider, and then Trish Stratus was like the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
can
she's
tell the
tatted
difference
up.
in their look. Yeah.
Oh,
She. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a badass.
Anyway,
she was badass.
so listen. So we're at an hour and 50 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're coming to the end of the episode, but this is the
Yes.
point of the episode where we like to give you the red carpet.
Ooh.
Okay. So you can
plug away.
plug away, tell people where they can find you, what you got going on, if there's any events, the next article that's coming out.
Yeah,
The floor
of
is
course.
yours. Plug away.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm Blanca La Fumarosa, as known in IG. You can follow me on my IG account, which is La Fumarosa _cigar aficionada. I write articles for Humo Latino. I've been doing it for now 2 years. I'm taking a break, but next year I'm thinking about writing articles about sort of the artistic side of the cigar world. So I'm going to be looking for people in the photography world to join me, hopefully, and write an article about them. I'm actually looking for someone in France that I'm being following. Hopefully I can connect with that guy and write an article. But yes, and that's, I guess, that's
And check
me.
out the Litas.
And the Litas too. The
the
motorcycle. If you're a woman and love to ride motorcycles, please join us at Litas.
Love it.
All right, Eric, send us off.
Blanca, thank you
This
so
was
much
awesome. This was great.
for coming out here.
Yes.
Giving us 2 hours of your time.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been like
I told you.
It flies.
2 hours.
It
Hour and
just
50
like
minutes.
flew.
Yeah. Hour and
Yes,
50 minutes.
this is what happens when you have fun.
I
When you hang out with New
seriously,
Yorkers, when you drink coffee,
I-
bourbon,
coffee,
and water.
I love the coffee. I'm telling you, I just love the New York accent.
Now she's gonna go over to the restaurant, get a nice dinner, and go over to Madros, get another cigar.
I need to stop by the cigar lounge.
Yeah,
because
you gotta send us a
that's-
picture when you're there.
I
We'd
will,
love to-
I
we'd love
will,
to see
I
it.
will, and
Yeah,
I'll let
oh,
them
yeah.
know. Hey, I know the guys from the Bird Down.
Yeah, who's usually
podcast.
there? It's Will won't be there. It's either
It's either Charlie,
Charlie or he's a new guy. I forgot the new
Mark.
guy's name. Charlie or Mark. Yeah,
or isn't Danny the other guy?
maybe. But tell whoever's there, just say, hey, Eric and Justin from the
Eric
Burn
and
Down,
Justin, okay.
send me over here.
I will, yeah.
And,
Yeah, they know
you
who
might
we
see
are.
some of
And
our
I'll be
friends
like,
there.
I just did a podcast with
That guy was
Yeah.
just on their show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know exactly who we are. So
Yeah. So and they have they carry the blueprint. I mean,
They do? Okay,
should.
so
they should have.
maybe I should try the blueprint.
Yeah. So if it's more medium full, so
Okay.
I know you say you don't like full cigars, but even though
If
it's more medium full,
yeah,
we still made it where either not even cigar aficionados, but enthusiasts or people who don't smoke heavier cigars can
Yeah.
still enjoy it. It's not heavy.
and
won't get that
especially
pepper
after your
bomb.
dinner, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah?
you'll be
Okay,
good.
okay.
You'll enjoy it. It's very smooth, great draw, a lot of great flavors: espresso, chocolate, leather. Some great stuff after
Yeah.
a nice meal. If you have a glass of bourbon or even a cup of coffee, is very
Yeah.
good with it.
You'll be
But we
good.
thank
I
you.
just love the cup of coffee.
Cup of
Cup of
Oh,
coffee.
you say
Cup
it.
of coffee.
I just love
Listen, you
it.
can get coffee anywhere on Long Island.
Oh my gosh.
7-Eleven, and at
Yes.
gas stations, you get coffee anywhere you want. But again, thank you for coming on the podcast. I'm so glad
Thank
we
you for
finally got to
having
come
me.
on.
I'm telling you, I felt the energy when I looked at your podcast, and I was like, I want to write about these guys because you're giving a venue for women in the cigar business to just showcase who they are, what they're about, and I think that's important, right? Because there's so many women that are into this art, which I call art, because I think it is an art, and I think it's important for us to be there to support each other, and I just love this. So thank you
So
for
we're here
having
for
me.
it. You're very
Absolutely.
welcome. Thank you for being here.
Okay.
And
So,
our signature send off. I have a little bit of left of bourbon.
I got a little bit left
we like
too.
to say, Blanca, cheers, chin chin,
Cheers.
and salud.
Chin,
Thank
chin,
you so much.
salud, gracias.
now, how would you say it in? How would you say it in Swedish?
Skål.
Skål.
Yeah.
Or what's
Like
Czech?
Skål.
like the vodka, Skål vodka.
Yes. And
Skål.
in Czech, nazdraví.
Nazarabi.
In German, it's
Nazarabi.
Prost.
Prost.
In Italian, it's Chin Chin.
And
And
in New York, it's get the
Spanish.
fuck out of here. See you later.
Bye.